drug-induced.
Those are the best kind. Anyway, hey.
Usually people trying to kill me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those are usually your nightmares?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you haven't had a child yet. Wait till you do. Because it wasn't like while my wife was pregnant. It was like after the baby was born that you start
panicking.
You can't reach him in the middle of the street. And cars are whizzing by.
Oh,
You're going, no.
Well, that's if you love your kid. I don't know. I can't take anything for granted.
That's true. That was like that scene in Pet Sematary where the kid gets crushed by a semi. And
That's right.
They're running after him, and they couldn't stop him. He's chasing the kite.
All right, well, thanks for
Thanks
for adding to the fun.
And his little tennis shoe just sitting in the road.
So tonight is the what kind of tennis shoe was it? Who got a big plug there?
Like I think it was Converse. Actually.
Oh wow, nice.
I will
job.
find out during the break.
It's done wonders for Converse, obviously.
But that's like your dream. Chasing your kid, you can't catch him. He's chasing a kite into the middle of the road. Here comes a semi flying down the road.
That's the one, pretty much.
Wow,
it really doesn't
scary.
matter. Swamps, pools
really?
of water, cars in the middle of the road. All works. Anyway, tonight's the national championship game for college football.
Yes.
Unless you consider Utah the champions this year in the college football world. They were undefeated, Terry.
Wouldn't that be great if the AP voted like Utah #1?
They went out and crushed Alabama.
I know.
And if there hasn't been a time that's crying out for a bracket system in college football, this year's the capper.
How great would it be?
That'd be great.
Because all through December you have no college football.
It'd be
you
great.
have some. But...
Plus the fact that tonight's national championship game seems like the least hyped national championship game that I've felt in a long. I don't feel any buzz on it. It doesn't feel anything like 3 years ago, whatever it was, the Vince Young USC Texas game. Remember how much buzz, how much hype there was, and deservingly so for that national championship game.
Oh yeah.
This year it's like who's even playing? People are thinking. Do you even know who's playing, Terry?
It is Tebow's team, which is Florida.
All right.
And, oh my God, I did know this.
That's only because Terry's at a pool.
Well, I believe she knows, but I just think she forgot.
I did.
Yeah, I know she knows because she's in a pool. She's
is?
in a pool. Yeah, she's in a college football bowl pool.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I read about it all the time on Facebook. She writes about how bad she's doing, and like we're all supposed to commiserate with her.
Just one more endorsement of why I shouldn't be on Facebook.
Well, you should be on Facebook, but that's all right.
Tell me
Really?
it's not fun. It's a fun little thing.
It's not fun.
It's a fun little thing.
It's a fun little thing. Yes. Well, tonight's
Tim Tebow's.
it's
the
Oklahoma.
Florida and
It's going to take a while.
Anyway, Florida's going to win, and nobody cares, and it's Thursday to just about everyone, and usually it's just Thursday to Vinnie the Pooh, but it's Thursday to pretty much everyone. No one cares about the national championship game.
I'll be watching the Huskies basketball team. There you go.
That's a winnable game tonight. Winnable game against Stanford.
They have a lot of winnable games this year. They're pretty good.
Stanford is 11-1, but way
really?
overrated as far as their record would indicate, Terry.
Oh, wow.
Stanford barely beat my alma mater this year, the University of Hartford. I think Hartford pretty much was right in the game with a couple minutes to go, and they only lost by single digits.
Oh, jeez.
And we're barely Division I.
Barely hanging on.
We're
by
a
a
laughing
thread.
stock of a Division I team. I'm thinking about putting some cash in some duffel bags and getting some players.
Oh, wow.
Like they did in Blue Chips.
Oh, yes.
Being one of those alum that just can't take it anymore.
Right.
A little tractor here, tractor there.
Exactly. Nice little job.
Getting, what was Shaquille O'Neal's character name in that movie? DeBow. Something DeBow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never going to get it.
What was Anthony Hardaway's character's name?
Ooh.
Never get it.
Give me a second. I'll get it.
Saw it once in the theater.
It was,
Theater. Wow.
you saw it once in the theater? You never watched it when it's on
No.
cable? You never watched
Really?
I don't really like sports movies for some reason.
Well, it depends on the movie. But anyway,
Except for Rudy.
Pasty's raising his hand. Well, you're just looking at IMDb, so I'm not really impressed.
Right.
But Anthony Hardaway's name of his character in the movie was, will my mom get to keep her house if I quit the team? It'd be a better show to practice. What's his name? You got it because you're looking it up.
Of course I do.
So impressive.
You've never even
right.
seen the movie, probably.
I
Never
did.
seen the movie?
I did. Like
Neon. No, it's Neon DeBow, right? Neon. Was it Neon?
Neon.
Yeah, Neon DeBow. That was Shaquille O'Neal's character's name. See, I got that one.
Oh, there you go.
Was it Neon? Pasty, help me out.
Yes.
It was Neon. Neon DeBow?
It just says neon.
Doesn't say DeBow?
Doesn't say the boat.
Oh, his last name was DeBow. Anyway, Anthony Hardaway's name was, give me the first name.
Starts with a B.
I didn't say what it starts with. I said, give me the first name.
Butch.
Butch.
Butch?
Really?
Butch?
Butch?
Yeah.
Really?
Butch.
Wow.
Give me the last name. Then I'll get it.
That's a good hint.
Yes.
Butch McRae.
Butch McRae.
No, I wasn't going to get it. I wasn't that close, I guess.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like on the tip of my tongue or anything. Oh, yeah, Butch McRae. No.
All right. All right.
All right.
All right. Yeah,
Well,
go show up with some duffel bags full of money.
I got to
and
get some gym bags with some money and get some
Yeah.
Butch McRae's and some neon DeBose to the University of Hartford.
There you go.
I mean, this is a disgrace for a school that produced breakfast with the Tepster, Terry.
I mean, come on. Coffee with the kid.
Donuts with the dipstick.
Oh, jeez. When are we listening to those?
As soon as I go to my garage and pull a couple out of the gym bag that they're in.
How tough is that?
Got to
really?
take the cassettes out of that gym bag
I love duffel bags. Old gym bags. I love them.
and put them. I have a whole bunch of college radio show cassettes in a gym bag.
Well, let's see him tomorrow.
Wouldn't it be ironic if I took the cassettes out of the gym bag, stuffed it with cash, and got some players?
They say Mizuno on the side.
But you know, University of Hartford was one game away from making the big dance last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Oh,
I
there
was
you
thinking
go.
they're not that bad, right? I mean, they almost
Well,
made the tournament
for
last
their division, but when they play
Pac-10
teams
school,
like
yeah.
Pac-10 schools, they're supposed to get crushed. They usually lose those games by like 30 or 40.
year. All right.
And they
They
played
didn't,
Stanford
right?
almost to a draw.
Whoa.
But
be
yeah,
a good game.
they should be building upon what they established last year.
Sounds
it was
like they
the
are a
first
little
time
bit.
in the University of Hartford's history that they were one game away from making the big dance, and this year we go to the dance.
Go
Wow,
to the
we're
dance.
dancing.
Or I have to step in.
Yes, you do.
All right.
You'll be watching tonight, though, right? National championship game. Come on, you have to.
Oh, the football game?
Yeah.
Given, right?
Depends what new porn clips are on Boys Food. But
Oh,
anyway,
jeez. What'd you do while you were on your cruise?
yeah, it was tough.
Was it tough?
Mm-hmm.
Were you like...
Had to use my mind and my.
I mean, seriously, because when you're used to...
There's not much real jerk opportunity when you're
Right.
sharing a room with, tight quarters. You know how small those rooms are,
No,
by
I
the
know.
way.
I do know.
It's like, oh, you guys go off. I forgot something. I got to go back to the room for a sec.
And it's more than a sec.
Oh, it's just a sec. Anyway, we'll come back, get things started. You're having breakfast with the Tepster right after these words.
TheTmanShow.com.
Garner has a girl. Jen and hubby Ben Affleck welcomed their second child in Los Angeles yesterday.
Wow.
Lucky Ben, he gets to be surrounded by so many women.
Yeah.
Their new daughter joins 3-year-old big sister Violet.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be tough on a guy when he keeps having his woman pump out girls.
Oh, well, it's kind of,
It's a nice thing, I guess,
Right.
overall. But
You don't want more than one, though, do you?
Well, he needs to man up and...
he needs to
know?
start throwing his woman up against the wall there.
Right. I mean, that's the way you get a boy,
Blasting her.
right?
That's right.
Come
you have
on.
this making love sex. You're gonna
Right.
have girls.
That's right.
You
Let's not
start-
pansy out.
You start tearing her a new VJ.
Wow.
You'll be surprised how the boys start popping out. Got it, hot shot.
Yeah, but I got a friend who can't picture doing that. He's got a boy cover. I can't picture
Yeah,
my
that's
friend
right.
doing that.
I always told you there was a very, very dangerous dark side.
Oh,
Okay.
that's true. That's true.
Yes.
I guess there is.
Well,
And
even
even-
though, but really,
Maybe that's not the greatest example. But anyway, he can get lucky. But,
All right.
all right.
Terry, are you aware that in a matter of moments, not too long from now, less than 1 hour from now, we'll be announcing the first name in a long run of big fat bonus days to come?
Ooh, yeah.
It already tells me here who the name is. There's no hopper, there's no fuss, there's no muss. It's already pre-selected. What?
What's Terry doing?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice her reaction.
no,
Was it really forced? Because Terry's not going to win. She could care less.
Woo-hoo, yeah.
Woo-hoo, yeah.
Exactly.
That's all I'm looking for. And Terry gave me
I'm
exactly
giving
what I
you
needed.
some support.
Gave me exactly what I needed. Yes, she's the jockstrap in my life. Anyway,
There you go.
you ever wear one of those?
No, I hated him.
Yeah.
I wore him like once.
Even during football. when
Yeah,
you
even
played
during
Yeah,
football.
Really?
Never
me
wore 'em,
neither.
ever.
Me neither.
baseball.
No. I
Really?
wore a cup, but yeah, I guess it could be considered a jockstrap.
Yeah,
But anyway.
that's different though when it's a cup. But I mean, just to wear one, just to wear one, like like to go play hoops with the guys. You don't
Oh,
just
no,
throw
that's-
one on, then walk around the
Just
locker room
to
and
wear
snapping each other on the ass with towels.
You should get beaten down. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't do people. Is that kind of like a '70s or '80s thing, or do people still wear jockstraps?
I don't think so. Anyway.
Let's get back to the big bonus
Yeah,
there.
already. Oh, I know you want to. Already selected. She has no idea. She's about to be called this morning,
Oh, she, huh?
but she will be. That's right, she.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
I don't know where they get these names from. I think they're click members. I think you got to be a KUBE click member.
Yeah.
And they just randomly select one per day. And if you don't call back in, 15 half hour or less, it rolls over. So there's really no need, like in the past, for us to give them extra time. Because it's probably cooler that they don't call back and then the money starts piling up. Oh, yeah, 200. And, of course, today also at the same time, simultaneously, while we begin the big fat bonus on this very day, we also begin giving away Lil Wayne tickets to a concert that I think is one of the biggest concerts that we've had in this area, aside from summer jams, in quite a while, Terry.
Yep, I would agree.
I mean, I have to harken back. I've never said that before, but I got to harken back to, Bobby Brown with Blackstreet.
Oh, that was a great.
And New Edition.
That was actually a very good
at the Key Arena.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yes.
Back in, 96?
Yeah, that was a great concert.
Where were you in 96, Vinnie the Pooh?
I don't think you want to know.
13.
Okay.
Did Bobby Brown show up for that?
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Not only did he
And
show
then
up, but he went
club.
off.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
It was like the last of his heyday moments.
Right, and the rest of New Edition got really ticked off because he stayed out on the stage. Do
Stayed
you
on the
remember?
stage. He was
Really?
showing everyone that his dance moves
Yes.
were really on point. And
He was pumping his own little single album at the time too.
I
and
forgot when I
remember?
went to that concert how good a dancer he really was, because he was just going off.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good
And
that he
remember
showed.
then he went to a club afterwards?
It must have been 97, because I remember it was the same night that the OJ civil case verdict came out.
Uh-huh.
And, supposedly OJ had to pay 30 something million dollars to the Goldman family that they've never seen a penny of. But I remember waiting to see what the verdict was and then running out of the Key and checking out that concert. But this concert is, a totally different kind of
Right, but
feel.
still.
But I remember people were excited for that concert.
Uh-huh. That was a very good concert.
Not that there hasn't been any good concerts in between, but, T-Pain and Lil Wayne. T-Pain is a headliner in just about any other show he's doing, but he is willing to realize that he's pretty much on the undercard when Lil Wayne is the headliner.
Yeah.
So that makes it a pretty incredible value of a concert at the Key Arena on the 25th of January. We have tickets every day until then. And that all starts today as well.
There you go.
So there's lots going on. What else is happening, Terry? And what about first call for 2009 from this guy?
Good morning and welcome. Hey, how you doing, Terry Free, Pasty Dave, Hot Shot Scott, Vinnie Pooh, and of course my new daddy. I'm looking for that bonus baby at 7:10 a.m. It's your boy John. How you doing, T-Man?
Oh, my God.
God,
Did he go to broadcasting camp over the
I
break?
am looking for that great bonus, and I am looking very well and very hard and strong, and looking for that really
Wow.
hard and
Hey,
strong.
1 week into his New Year's resolution, Terry, he's been working out like a
in
fiend.
my mouth, baby.
John, are you a KUBE Click member, yes or no?
Yes, I am.
Why do
And
I have a
I'm
feeling
looking
you're too
forward to
lazy?
My name is 7:10 a.m.
Why do I have a feeling you're just too lazy to have done what little work needs to be done to become a KUBE Click member?
Well, it was simple. I went to cube93.com
Right,
and
right.
clicked
He
on
doesn't
the
have a computer.
Cube 93 where it says become a Click member, and I clicked on, and I says, oh, I get a bonus. I get a bonus for my work. That's why I'm offering to give you all breakfast this morning because I am actually live at my job, and we'll keep that quiet. So if you're hungry, I'm willing to feed you.
Domino's isn't open that
You're
early.
calling live from your job right now?
Yes, I am right
All right, don't tell us what you do, because I
in
know
the
you...
Seattle area, right up the street from where you might be.
Really?
Sure.
Without telling us who you work for, tell us what your responsibilities are that they need you to be there at 6 in the morning.
To take care of the business, get it ready, get it open, and get it going.
You're taking care of the business.
Boss, the business is ready.
7 a.m.
I could. I was
and
wondering when
2
it's gonna be
a.m.
ready.
in the morning.
You were there at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Now isn't the
No,
dough
we opened
already
at 7
pre-made?
a.m.,
Oh, so it
Open
wasn't
until
2 a.m. in the
2
p.m. Okay.
And what are your responsibilities? What do you have to do besides getting the business ready? Can you be a little bit more specific?
Manage my people and be a supervisor that I am, and make sure everybody is,
I don't know the answer to this question. Let's ask the manager.
And make
Oh,
What do I feel?
John.
a great product that we serve.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, in the past, you've worked for the telephone industry. I'm assuming it's still in that kind of
I'm
line
sorry,
of
you
work.
know what?
You work for the telephone industry in some capacity.
No, I'm done with that now. I'm in a different business.
All right. Well,
and I'm willing to serve you breakfast and the entire T-Man in the Morning Show crew.
are you saying that because you work for the food industry, or you just?
I'm in the food industry now, and I'm
Jeez, you really want to eat something
a
that
upper class
John
supervisor,
prepares?
and I'm actually
Yeah, the sign saying please wash your hands after you use the facilities
Yeah.
isn't enough for me to feel
No.
comfortable that any food touched by John is going to be sanitary.
Oh, it's going
And
to
the
be
plastic
great.
gloves,
We've
is
been
that
approved by the public health industry,
Yeah, that says a lot for them.
A lot of people have
You
been.
can't say the word
and I'll
industry.
make it extra special for you, T-Man.
You can't really try to convince us that you're working in the food industry. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, Hot Fudge Scott visited one of my businesses back it's been about a couple months, but I'm still in that same business.
Wrong guy.
Now, Scott, you're not going to step up and say what I was. Okay.
I've never visited a business of yours. I think you're thinking of someone else.
It's hard to get confused between you and somebody else. You know what you do.
Someone texted
He
me.
actually, no,
Someone
he
texted me where
stopped
he
by,
works,
actually.
but I never
He
stopped
goes, I saw you
by.
outside, and I thought I'd come by and get a.
All right. Well, he's trying to be all mysterious now. He's trying to pretend like you were there. So you
No, I
might as well
wasn't
tell
there.
us. You might as well tell us who texted
No,
you
he's
as far as
trying to
where you
back
were.
down.
Someone told me they
He's
saw
trying to
John
back down
working
and
at a
be a
Domino's,
loser.
so I texted him and see if he worked at a Domino's.
Do you work at Domino's?
Yes.
Well, then what are you doing at Domino's at 6 in the morning?
Preparing a fresh ingredients for the next consumer that wants to phone in right now.
Listen, I
What
worked
time
at
does
Domino's when I was in high
Domino's
school.
open?
And I don't remember there being anyone in any Domino's facility at 6 in the morning.
Breakfast pizza?
Yeah, breakfast pizza,
they-
really? Do they?
I'm a district manager, and I stepped up
He's a
into a
district
store
manager.
No,
to
he's-
prepare. It's my day off, actually, but I thought I would step into a store.
What
and
district is
prepare
fortunate enough to have you
breakfast
managing?
For you all in the T-Man show.
What district is lucky enough to have you managing their Domino needs?
Seattle, New Vegas.
He's so
Seattle, Las Vegas, but I
Bull
decided to say New
crap
Vegas for the hell of it.
All right, I'll tell you what. You have a Domino's pizza down here in 30 minutes or less.
Oh, yes.
And
You
we'll...
got 30 minutes, but it's not a guarantee.
Okay, that's fine. You have a Domino's pizza down here in 30 or less, and we'll never doubt you again. We'll believe everything you say about daughters, about...
Fake roommates.
Fake roommates, about...
I tell
showering.
you what, T-Man.
yes.
I tell you what.
You tell me what.
Vinnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. now
Obviously, Pasty the Dave is there right now. So get Vinnie the Pooh, the lazy asshole, off the damn couch
I wish there was a couch.
and get him out in his damn whatever the hell he's driving, a Geo Metro.
Right.
With the
Aren't you
rake
supposed to
top and his
deliver?
wheels
That's the
falling
one,
off.
yes. And
Get
what?
him
And
here.
what?
Get him here, and I will provide anything that you, the show, wants. We've got great other
Because
things.
you
Now,
can't
would
leave the facility because you're managing. You're getting the business ready.
That's absolutely right. That's
Okay.
why I
Well, I'll
can't
tell you
leave.
what. We'll work with him. I will send Vinnie the Pooh out on location.
Oh, God. You're never going to see
Send
him
out
again.
right now. I'll give you the address, and I will provide
Wow,
every
wow, I can't
oven-baked
wait.
sandwich that
I
we
wanna get-
provide.
I
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
get.
the oven-baked sandwiches. That's what
I'm
they
sorry.
We've got
I gotta-
great oven
You gotta
baked.
really-
I gotta take the
Really?
bait. I gotta take the bait here, Terry.
He's going to give you
Really?
directions to an evil lair. You'll never see
Oh,
Vinny again.
please.
Wind up in his basement,
Yep.
tied up.
That's his
I'm
lair.
going to provide you with a veggie sub, Terry
Oh,
free.
you're,
I'm taking the
you're-
bait, Terry.
You are?
Yep.
God,
Yeah,
hot
Ready?
line
take the
and
bait.
sink
I
'em.
also ran
He's
anchovies
going to tell
on
me
your
to put the
sub,
lotion
baby.
on my skin.
Yeah, throw in the
there's a lot
basket.
of
Put the
skin,
lotion
baby.
in
You
the
gotta
basket.
Scale it off.
And I'll have to go into a room
Watch
that's...
out, Scott. I got a double fudge Sam for you, baby.
Okay. All right, Vinny. Yeah, get the address, and you call us on your way.
Oh, my God.
Verify John's new lease on life, his new attitude, his new line of employment for 2009, where he is making sure that your pizza needs are taken care of in 2009 for too long, for too many years, Terry. Pizza needs have been going, by the wayside little by little.
Yeah.
But John is back. New sheriff in town.
Yes,
To
watch
make-
out.
to make
Taking your
sure.
order now. 186
Okay.
663.
Right. Very nice. Anyway.
He said he works close by, though. No way he works close by, right? He's lying about that.
How long a drive is this going to be for Vinny?
From the store that I'm located at, it will take you 15 minutes, depending on which way you go.
Do your fellow employees really mind at all that you're spitting all over their phone right now, or
I
no?
know.
What are you talking about? Spit over the phone.
Can't wait to taste my sandwich.
Well, one thing I can make him rest assured about, he is not going to be the name called at 7 a.m. for the big fat bonus, all right?
goodness.
So he can get that out of his mind right now and refocus himself on his duties
That's
of getting the
right.
business
At
ready.
7:10 a.m., you have got to be a Cube 93 click.
No,
Okay,
you
there you go.
Gay really missed out on his life partner here. His partner could have been a manager of Domino's. That's like Gay's dream.
And a top-of-the-class student at broadcasting school on top of that.
That's right.
Yes.
TManShow.com.
Oprah's New Year's resolution fitting into her inauguration dress. That's true. The Queen of Talk kicking off her new year with a week of shows designed to get her and you slim down and healthy.
My goal is to be the weight that my body can hold and be healthy.
Okay. Yeah, everyone was amazed when Oprah came out with the big admission that she's got some serious weight problems, and she shared all the dark little moments of her gaining all the weight back that she had lost originally, and everyone was excited that she was, opening up her soul to those who are in the same kind of world, with the same kind of problems. But now she's at the point where she can't talk about anything else.
I know.
She's obsessed with
she
her
does.
own weight, and she can't even do a show without talking about her struggles anymore.
I know.
So it's getting a little overkill at this point.
Do we really need an admission, though?
It's not really a big mystery as to how she gained I don't know how I allowed myself to gain. You love freaking food.
Yes, she does.
She absolutely.
Last year, her and Gail went on a dang road trip and stopped at every freaking restaurant they could find.
Wow.
Really watch it, Terry.
So it was
It was like nonstop food frenzy. Oh, look at this!
So
oh, and the
you
mac
think
and cheese here.
that may have had something to do with
You
it.
think?
They were when you're overly fascinated with mac and cheese, that could be a warning sign.
I found the best mac and cheese over here in Tennessee.
Oh, well, Gail seemed to be able to keep herself fit.
Well,
That's genetics. I
Maybe
think.
Yeah.
secretly Gail wants Oprah to get fat, and she's pretending like she's eating with her when she's really, when Oprah turns away, she's like, "Oh, look at that great painting on the wall." She's shoveling macaroni and cheese onto the floor.
right in a little bag.
Right.
But, Oprah's pretty smart for heading it off at the pass, though, before the media starts attacking her. She's used to that. She just comes out and says, "I'm fat, you got me."
well, but I think too, everybody now in media kind of, has enough respect to let her do her thing.
I don't think so.
But Oprah's goal is to be able to lose weight to get into her inauguration dress, because she wants to look good for the inauguration, because that's apparently the first time we're going to see her. She does a show every day. It's just weird that I guess you got to have goals.
Right.
So she wants to look at least somewhat better for Inauguration Day, which is what? 2 weeks for a week from Tuesday?
Yeah, the 20th, right?
I think it's a week from Tuesday. Wow, it's coming quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big day.
So Oprah's really going to be in the crowd. She's not going to be on stage in a special
Why
seating
would
section.
she be
I don't know.
on
What do you want?
stage?
She's a bigger star than Obama.
She's not going to be amongst...
There's not like a VIP section on
There's
stage.
going to be a VIP section in the crowd. It won't be on stage.
Yes, right.
The stage will be with just a few people. And just left of the stage or right of the stage or just off the stage will be Oprah's little area of the crowd that she's not going to be all mingling with Joe the Plumbers and...
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And the lighting will be perfect just for her in that particular seat.
the people
for
in the-
nobody else.
Kidding me? The sea of humanity and Oprah getting crushed and
Yeah. Well, people in the back row have something to look at, finally.
people pick her up and pass her around the crowd.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. Heave-ho!
Like a million people there all looking like little french fries to Oprah.
Yeah, at least the people in the back won't need binoculars just to see her.
Mhm. So, very exciting time. Not that far away. Creeping up on us before we even know what's happening here.
Do we have a date? Do we have an official date yet?
Of what?
The inauguration. Do you know for sure?
January
Of course
20th.
we do. January 20th. It's on Tuesday. Man, you're really in the loop here.
In the loop. Oh, the inauguration day is so exciting.
No, there's
It
really
is,
no official.
Evo.
There's really no official day to pass the baton from one president to another. They just figure out, do it over time. Of course, there's
I'm wondering
a day.
if we knew it, actually.
Of course
Not
we
if
know
Obama
it.
knew it. I'm assuming he knows when to be there.
No, he doesn't know.
Okay.
He's waiting to hear from us.
Doesn't sound like we know. though.
We know it's.
All right.
I just said it's less than 2 weeks away. It's on Tuesday,
Okay, well, let's
January
All right,
20th.
There you go. There's a date.
Okay. Now, why is John still on hold? I get it. Yeah, we've had enough people confirm that enough listeners have called in and said, yes, he works for Domino's. Someone saw him cleaning the windows last week. I don't know if district managers really are responsible for cleaning the windows, but a listener said John was cleaning the windows of his Domino's last week. So we don't have to be with any mysteries anymore. We get it. You work for Domino's.
I have working for me. Unfortunately, yes.
Why are you
I
crying
have been now cleaning the window because when I get in the OER, I got put my people to work.
Okay, you're not a district manager, and you're not putting people to work.
Yes, I am. Oh, so where is Vinnie the Pooh?
You're at low end of the food chain, literally, at Domino's. You're cleaning the windows, you're mopping the floors, and listeners are picking up on the fact that the Igor-looking figure in the window is John from the T-Man in the Morning Show. He's a regular caller.
I tell them what to do, and they do what I do.
You don't tell anyone what to do.
Jump when they say how I said, get it done.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay.
That's a good line.
Now, what you're doing there at 6 in the morning still remains to be seen, but I'm not that curious about that alone to send Vinnie the Pooh down there and waste his time, all right?
You're not going to waste his time because I'm going to have a great value meal for you, T-Man in the Morning crew.
Mm-hmm.
All the spit that comes out of his mouth. No wonder he's washing the windows. That's a good move, I think. Make him do that.
So get Vinnie the Pooh down here right now. I'm going to bake some...
Yeah, right. I'm glad Domino's is wise enough to not have him handling food today and just squeegeeing the windows and mopping the floors.
That's a good move. Yeah.
All right?
Okay, I'm not a janitor.
I'm not really comfortable with mopping the floors with half saliva and half mop and glow, but still.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
T-Man, give Vinnie the Pooh. I got breakfast for you.
Goodbye, John. Have a great Domino's a day.
So you're not going to come down to get something?
You're getting it now. Okay. Terry?
Yes, sir.
He catches on quick. You got to get up early to fool him.
Oh, yeah, you do.
What else is going on? We are moments away from the first big fat bonus winner, perhaps.
Yes. All right.
Do you root for a winner when it's $100? Or do you root for them not to call back and have it carry over to hopefully get maybe upwards of $1,000 in cash?
Well, I like it when we have winners.
That's cash.
I like it when we have winners.
Oh, okay.
However, I think
it's a win-win situation, Terry.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They don't call in, rolls over. Do call in, $100, and you're happy, and everyone's happy.
There you go.
Okay, what else? What else is going on?
Porn industry is suffering so much because of the economy that Joe Francis and Larry Flint are asking Congress for a $5 billion bailout.
Everyone looking for tart money.
I know.
So I thought porn was recession-proof, Terry.
Oh, it doesn't look like it.
I need I need to beat regardless of what the economy is looking like, Terry. I don't think people's needs all of a sudden get curtailed because economic times are hard.
Well,
there are other things that are hard that need to be taken care of. So I assume that the porn industry is solid even when times are tough.
You would be wrong.
I think the porn industry is lying. I think what their real issue is that they don't want to tell anyone is all these free porn sites are killing the porn industry.
Well, yeah, probably so. Well, Larry Flint says...
It's Max Porn and Boys Food that's killing the porn industry and the Vivid Video folks that need them to put their hands out and ask for a handout more than the economy and the recession.
Right.
They're lying.
Well, you're probably...
But let's give them TARP money anyway.
Okay.
Because we can't have any of the porn industry have serious troubles.
Well, Flint says that XXX DVD sales are down 22% from last year.
I don't doubt it. Why would you buy a DVD when you can go out and Boys Food and see free clips that are more succinct, more to the point, more just accessible and watchable than putting in a DVD, sitting back with your remote control, hoping it works right, and not fast forwarding, and I went too far, and now I got to rewind, and all this crap.
Not being able to eject it fast enough when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
God, you want that DVD out of there? God, I'm dirty. Look, what am I doing?
All right, so I just got a new iMac, right?
Yes.
And
how is it? Love it?
Well, this is not the point.
Oh, okay.
I'm beating the patty whacker, right, Terry? And all of a
Did
sudden,
you get it dirty already?
All of a sudden, no.
Oh,
let me tell the story.
And now it's just called a Mac.
All of a sudden, I hear my wife's key jiggle in the door, Terry, right?
Oh, the worst feeling ever.
And I'm so used to a PC, I'm trying to X out and rush to the bathroom, because I was like all needing to clean up, and I was just sitting there. And so I'm like, right corner, where's the X? And I knew that the iMac is a left corner X out kind of situation, but I was in such a panic that at that moment,
It's muscle memory to just slam your
That's right,
mouse
I'm
to the upper right. Yeah.
get me out of the sight. What the hell's going on here?
Right. Years of that. It's tough.
And the door opens, and there I am with a dumb, stupid smile on my face.
God.
I got a trick for you.
Were you red-handed or no?
And Shay Sight sitting up there.
Shay Sight.
Oh, yeah, she's pretty hot. She's an older porn star, too.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, mid-30s, but
Still love her?
pretty hot scene that she came out with last week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I don't like porn stars. I never watch them.
There's a couple I like.
You got like a couple.
Yeah.
I like amateurs.
And I'll tell you another of the benefits of the downturn of the economy. If there's a porn star that you really like, let's say you see a clip on Boys Food or Max Porn or Red Porn or YouPorn or whatever porn you
yes.
This is the truth.
I know so many of them.
Okay? You
Yes.
know a lot of them, right?
A lot.
Let's say there's one you're like, whoa, she is just off the freaking charts. She's just ridiculous. All right? You can look up her website. And the odds are, because of the recession and because they're having hard times, that they hold themselves out to the average customer of the porn world.
Come on.
I guarantee you. I mean, I've never acted on it to know
Right.
for sure.
I'm going right now.
Friend told you.
Hey, ask me in a week and maybe that'll be different.
All right.
But they talk.
Wow.
Well, the way here's how I interpret it.
We just lost Terry.
So lost me.
By the way.
By the way, just let me do
All
my
right,
Terry.
name any porn star you know.
Jenna Hayes.
Okay, Jenna Hayes, fine. Another old schooler. But anyway.
She's 19, old schooler.
All right, then maybe I'm thinking of the wrong
Yeah,
one.
you're thinking of the wrong one.
Okay, Jenna Hayes.
21, maybe.
So you go to her site.
Yes.
And if somewhere on her site she says she can be hired for private and
Oh, really? Like that?
yeah. Or ordinarily that might be construed as she could do a little strip show for your friends
like
at a
having
party.
a stripper at a bachelor party.
But what that really should tell you is if the money's right for her, at least this is the way I'm taking it. Maybe I'm way off here.
Okay.
If the money's right for her, if you want to step up and pay her thousands in cash, and if you need to put an airline ticket her way, you could get her to perform for you in a private setting same way she's performing in that clip that you're just watching.
Really?
That's what I'm thinking. That's the way times are tough in the economic world right now.
So, like, go to their MySpace? Is that what you're saying? Or
No.
Like, they're...
They all have their own personal websites.
Okay.
I'll tell you what.
I might have to
I'm gonna
copy
look
this
her in the
email
back.
Do I look
address.
really interested in
I
the
think
whole
Hayes
thing
is
right now? All I
H-A-Z-E.
just wanted to tell you about was
Carrie's
that
in a
they're
Jenna
asking-
Hayes
I
right
mean,
now.
I just wanted to tell you that they're asking Congress for a bailout. That's
Yes,
all I wanted to talk
I got that
about.
part. Yes, the porn industry asking for a bailout, and this is
Do you want to
this
hear?
is part of the point of what I'm telling you. They're in such economic turmoil.
Right.
If the companies that produce porn are not able to make ends meet, if the companies that are the people behind the whole industry aren't making enough money, then they
Right.
can't pay their people. Their stars get desperate, and their stars start hoeing themselves out.
Well, this is.
So this is right in line with the story that you're telling me, Terry.
I know, but you guys get so off track because you start really getting into it.
I'm
and
not
like,
telling you to go solicit prostitutes.
Well,
So anyway, Larry Flint says, quote, with,
you gotta do is you gotta
with
do.
all this economic
This may be a
misery and
once-in-a-lifetime
people losing all
opportunity.
that money,
You're a
sex is
fan?
the farthest thing from their mind.
I
It's
have my
time for
reasons.
Congress to rejuvenate the sexual
All right,
appetite
wait,
of
hold
America.
on a second, Terry. What are they saying? What are you saying?
I'm sorry. I can't figure
See-
out why Hotshot's such a fan, and he says he has his reasons, and I guess I gotta believe
Of Jenna
him.
Hayes?
Yeah.
You
I
don't think she's that hot?
No, I mean, she looks like a normal porn star.
Yeah, she
okay,
doesn't look
whatever.
like someone...
Why do you have
you'd
your
think I would.
reasons?
Yeah, I want to know.
Well, I did an appearance with her once. And, and I really feel like I may have had a shot.
You had a shot.
Really?
You always feel you have a shot.
That's a good
I always
You-
feel, usually wrong, I
So
felt
she-
like I had a
So
shot.
she was flirting with you when she didn't necessarily need to be flirting with you. It
That's her
wasn't like
job.
she
She's
was
used to doing
that's
that.
what I'm saying. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't like in front of the people that came to whatever little dildo shop he was making an appearance at.
Right. It was a dildo shop.
All right.
Big
So
line of dildos waiting to get autographs.
she was flirting with you in private when she didn't need to be flirting with you, to just like Tanya Harding. Tanya Harding made it clear to you she's giving you access if you
Yeah.
wanted it. You didn't step
And
up and
you
take
didn't.
it.
Yeah, but
Take it.
Tanya invited me to her room. Jenna didn't do that. But I still feel like I had a bit of a shot. A bit.
Man, it's amazing how people don't realize
I was
when the
trying to be
ball is in their
faithful.
court.
It's stupid. Why
You were
did I-
trying to be what?
faithful to a girlfriend.
Ooh.
Oh, you want? It
Who was
a
your girlfriend at the time?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, jeez, man, that crashed
Oh,
and
that
burned.
was, yeah.
I know. Why did
That
And
served
that
you
was
well.
like psychotic.
Why was I faithful?
I don't know.
See, these are the questions you ask yourself in hindsight that are going to
See?
haunt you for
Yeah.
to the end of time.
Look at Tanya now.
Tanya Harding would have ridden you like a freaking bronco.
Would have crushed me. Galoolied my knees after we were done.
Mm-hmm. You would have loved every second of it.
That's right. Man. So that's why I like Jenna Hayes.
Basically, since birth, she's been building up her thighs just to win the gold, and you could have had that all over
She
you.
was little and
Up and down on me like a sewing machine.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
What a visual. Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding invited Hot Fudge Scott to her room. He says no.
I know, because he wants to
Really?
be faithful to the psycho.
Because he wanted to be
She's not
faithful.
psycho, Terry. You don't even know her.
He wanted to be faithful to a girlfriend that he broke up with like a week later.
I know.
You broke up with her within the year, right?
Probably. Yeah, probably a year later.
That's a damn shame.
I was trying to be a nice guy.
And now
Look where that
Tanya's
got
just
me.
a disaster. I mean, like, she
You
wasn't a
wouldn't touch her
disaster
now.
then, but just physically, yeah. Now she's gained.
Well, because remember, she was doing her little boxing thing.
Well, the problem is when
So?
you are that hardcore of a physical specimen like Tanya was in her heyday,
Right.
when you stop working out and you start eating, you can go quick.
Yeah,
and if you've
you
seen
can.
Tanya Harding recently, she's put on what, about 80 pounds, 100
I
pounds?
don't know. She just looks swollen.
She does.
She looks like
She
she's
looks
allergic to bees
swole.
and got stung 10 times. Not good.
She hasn't aged well either, yeah. So.
She was just lying about drinking. Remember, she said she was on the wagon and saw her boozing at the casino. It's like,
Whoa.
Jesus. You have like 4 DUIs. You may not want to drink.
And you get violent.
you were her
you get
ride.
I
big
was her
violent.
chauffeur, man. I should have done. I was stupid.
Man, you could have such great stories for the rest of your life. And now all you got
I
is
run-
what could have been.
And then I run to the camera and show, look what I got.
Oh, jeez. Remember that clip of
Yeah.
her
God.
running to the camera? And Terry doesn't know what we're talking
No.
about. And showing the...
Yep.
Showing what?
Oh,
What?
Yeah, you can't just stop there.
showing her man's...
Oh, my gosh.
Where was this at?
We'll show it to you later. Anyway,
That's my buddy texted me, Angel Dark. That's his favorite. Okay, thanks for sharing. Look up Angel Dark. I'm
All right,
supposed
I'm
to.
right here.
God.
most of these porn
He's on his way to
stars...
school to teach, by the way.
Most of these porn stars are now making themselves available for private little get-togethers. At least that's what they say on their sites. And you could probably manipulate that into, if you not even have to manipulate it, into whatever you want it to be.
Wow.
If the money is there, they'll pretty much do it now.
Yeah, well. And now you've got
What do you
Joe
mean,
Francis and
No,
Larry
I'm-
Flint coming on out.
This Angel Dark chick.
That's his favorite.
Jeez.
The porn industry ain't getting TARP money.
No, I can't.
Just
If General
letting-
Motors had to beg and plead and kiss feet, then I don't think the porn industry's getting anything.
Well, yeah.
Unless I was in... They wait a couple years for me to get to Congress, Terry. They'll get everything they want.
I'm pretty sure they're not going to get federal funds.
Right.
Just a hunch.
The fact that they're even coming out and asking, I don't even know if they're being serious.
No, they are. Well, do you want to hear what Francis had to say?
I know they're saying it in a serious fashion, Terry, but I really am not sure they're even being serious. They may just be trying to get some publicity for themselves.
Well, this is what Joe Francis says.
They
He
can't
says-
really think that the government's going to give them money. Oh, of course, we can't be a world without porn.
Right.
They're not going to... You imagine the headlines if the government gave the porn industry bailout money?
Right.
Francis says, quote, Congress seems willing to help shore up our nation's most important businesses. We feel we deserve the same consideration.
What he didn't say is, we'll come out with a list of names of some senators and congressmen
It's true. We got,
that have gotten many a favor over the years.
we got one senator's daughter on Girls Gone Wild when she was 14. What do you got now, sucker?
When in doubt, blackmail.
Yep.
Look at the time, Terry. It is 7:10
It is.
in the a.m. And you're having breakfast with Outie. And it is time for the first name in the big, fat, bonus, ongoing spree of cash distribution.
Yes.
If you hear your name called, you will have 1/2 hour to call us back. And if you don't, the money gets rolled over to the Checkered Heart Show at, what time does she start? 10 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah, after this one.
She's next in
tough
line.
one to figure out.
And the money keeps building up until somebody wins it. That's how we play the big fat bonus game.
That is.
And sometime today, Little Wayne tickets will be given to some lucky listener.
Yeah.
To me, that's even more exciting than the big fat bonus money, Terry.
Right.
All right?
Yes.
If you can win free tickets to that show, I think you're pretty set up and a nice little start to 2009. And we have tickets right up to the day of the show every day without fail. But for now, it's all about the big fat bonus. And this hour's listener that needs to get to a phone immediately is Marlene Anderson of Tacoma.
Come on, Marlene.
Marlene, you're on the clock.
No, she's not.
You have.
Remember, there's no clock.
You have. Well, there is now. What do you mean?
Well, you're saying if the money carries over, so we don't really care if she calls back in time. There's no, right?
Well, technically she's on the clock because she doesn't call back by 7:43.
Oh, boy.
And 39 seconds.
7:30, 43, and 40 seconds.
If she calls back at 7:33 and 50 seconds, well, that'll be too late. And the money would then go to a $200 little bonus for Shelly Hart to give away at sometime in the midday. That's how it goes. Marlene Anderson, the money could be yours. If you call now, 1-866-663-T-Man. Good luck.
The TManShow.com.
Are Chris Brown and Rihanna engaged? Various blog reports are running with the rumors that Rihanna was recently spotted wearing a large rock on her finger.
Yeah.
This follows the news that the superstar singer's families are getting very cozy, and that Rihanna and her fam spent part of the holidays with Chris's clan in Virginia. No response from the reps on any of this.
Is Chris Brown even 20 years old yet? Is he 20?
I don't.
20, maybe. I don't know.
He's probably 20.
20, yeah.
This would be the dumbest thing anyone's ever done in their life if Chris Brown gets engaged at this point, ever in the history of mankind.
Wow, that's saying
agree.
something.
If Chris Brown, I mean, Rihanna is and I've been the first to point out how much of a high-quality piece of ass I feel she is, Terry. There's no doubt about it. What are you showing me?
Chris Brown is 19.
Oh, Pasty showing me that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look down, lower.
Pasty is indicating that he has just received the information that he is not 20 years old yet. He is a 19-year-old man. Where was I going? What was I saying?
It'd be the craziest, stupidest thing he'd ever done.
Yeah, well, I've already made that clear. It'd be the most ridiculous thing any guy has ever done. And Rihanna is worthy of every man's consideration as far as anything can make happen with her. But if you're Chris Brown, you're 19. Mm-hmm. You got a running start before you even hit 20, like as far as being the elite of the entertainers of the world. You need to be getting married? To anyone?
Probably not.
Man, why does this always happen? This can't be true.
Well,
Rihanna has a rock on her finger because she has enough money now to put one on her finger herself, right? That's why.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
Because Brown's not that dumb.
Come on.
We met him.
Yes.
He's a smart guy.
Nice kid.
Nice young man.
Absolutely.
Hanging around with Elmo, dancing up the street and doing YouTube video clips that get hit 8 million times.
Yes.
Really? 8 million?
11 million.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man.
I'm on my way.
Check out the updated status of Elmo and Chris Brown doing their thing on YouTube, and I guarantee you it's in double-digit million type figures.
It's pretty good, huh?
Mm.
It kicks ass.
13 million.
13 mil?
Oh, God.
And you recognize how many hits 13 million is. That's
a lot.
That's a lot of hits.
Yeah.
All right.
You haven't witnessed this?
Even Elmo's got to be like going to him, where are you going? Come on. And this fresh on the heels of the news that I'm reading this morning, that Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick can't even make their marriage work anymore.
Nope, can't.
She's moving out. You got
Looks
that story,
way,
Terry?
I do, according to the Star, yes. Looks like she's looking for her own little apartment and realizes that it's over. Can't
One of
do
the
her
marriages
anymore.
that Hollywood couples looked at as the example of how to make a husband and wife thing happen over the long term, and now that has gone kablooey. Kablooey?
Not sure.
Well, also too, there were rumors back a while ago that he was cheating on her with another woman too.
Oh, man, it's got to unwind, Terry.
Oh, sure.
Really not indicative of the strength of the marriage.
Is that right?
Really? Truly.
I'm going to write that down.
Who was he cheating on her with?
Well, I can't remember if it was somebody in the industry or not, but, you know. It doesn't.
What industry are you talking about? Because I'm still fixated on the porn industry, asking the government for a bailout. They cannot. I'm trying to figure out whether Joe Francis and Larry Flint coming out with this press release, if they're being serious or not. Are they really expecting to get government aid? Are they really trying to convince those in the Senate and Congress to give them TARP money, to give them bailout money?
I think they're serious. I think, why wouldn't they be? They're a billion-dollar industry.
I think they're goofing around with this press release. I think there's no... You don't really think that they expect the government to sit back and go, oh, of course, we got to give you money. You're in trouble. You're a part of the American culture, fabric, and upstanding members of society. Of course, here's your bailout money.
Yeah, but you can't judge them on whether they're upstanding members of society. They are a legal business, a billion-dollar industry who's in trouble. My
question is,
like every other industry.
Do Joe Francis and Larry Flint really expect the government to cut a check for them to get by during this tough economic time? Do they really think that the mailbox is going to be stuffed with money so that they can get through this tough economic climate?
Yes.
No, of course
they think
they
Ed McMahon's coming to the house with a big check and the balloons. Here you go.
Joe Francis says, and I quote, Congress seems willing to help shore up our nation's most important businesses. We feel we deserve the same consideration. Larry Flint says DVD sales are down 22% from last year. With all this economic misery, people losing all that money, sex is the furthest thing from their mind. What is he talking about? Being able to beat the paddywhacker is the last free thing this world has.
I have to pay at my house. $10 every time.
That's the last thing to go.
That is true. That is free entertainment.
Flint goes on to say it's time for Congress to rejuvenate the sexual appetite of America. We've lost our appetite for sex.
Sure enough.
Well, they say when people get stressed and depressed, they lose their sex drive.
Right.
Is that right?
So doctors say.
They'd rather drink and, medicate.
If you're drinking, doesn't your sex appetite just go sky high?
Not
It does.
necessarily. Not always.
I don't know. And
Who does it not go up
I
for?
can't. Yeah, I don't know what would cause your sex drive to drop. Just, I guess, age or something, right?
No, stress. They're saying stress.
Yeah,
That's one of the main causes. Someone once told
To
me.
me, what's the best way the best way to get rid of your stress? Line up 7 bags, knock them down.
Find the source of the stress and break its legs.
Oh, jeez. I don't think they're being serious here, but if they were, I don't think they're really going to be getting money from the government anytime soon to get them through this tough economic time.
I mean, it's not that outrageous. The government's giving money to businesses that ran their businesses on the ground.
And as I said, they ain't fooling me. And I've mentioned this before they even came out with these statements. The porn industry is being crippled by all the new free porn sites that are now available on the web. It's long overdue. It's about time you can go to the internet and get free stuff right at your fingertips, Terry.
Oh, I love it.
God, it is a great world we live in.
It is.
Remember the old days? You used to have to scrounge and I think I saw just an outline of a VJ and
I used to look at
I
pictures.
haven't paid.
Adult check ID. Remember those days? Man, $29.99 a month. No thanks.
For pictures.
How about pictures? You used to look at pictures of naked girls. What is this, the 30s? God.
So you get my point? They're not really thinking that the government's going to give them $5 billion.
They have a case.
They got no case.
They're a legitimate business. They're a billion-dollar industry who needs help, like every other stupid company that couldn't handle their money.
Well, you put it that way.
They have a case.
And I'm ready to hand my taxpayer dollars right to them.
Yeah, well, our taxpayer dollars go for a lot more worthless stuff than the porn industry.
What else is happening? We have no calls back yet.
Wow.
From the first name. You think you're calling out KUBE Click members that to be right on the ball. They sign up. They get all geeked to be a part of the KUBE community, and we call out a name, and they have 30 minutes to fire in a call or lose their chance at money. And she has not called back yet. Maureen, whatever. And
no wonder she didn't call.
It's great.
I called her name out in proper fashion just moments ago.
It's not Maureen.
She has way less than 30 minutes now, or the money rolls over to the next name to be called out with Shelly Hat.
Yes. Oh, wait, actually, Maureen Hibbidahoo's on line 72 if you want to take her call.
Oh.
Hibbity-hoo.
Yes.
What else is going on, Terry?
The People's Choice Awards were on last night, and The Dark Knight swept them.
Well, deserved it.
Yeah.
Best movie in the past at least 5 years.
Got favorite movie, favorite cast, favorite action movie, favorite on-screen matchup, and favorite superhero.
Mm-hmm.
So... Ellen DeGeneres won favorite talk show host. And
So they just cover everything on the People's Choice Awards.
They do.
Anyone care about the People's Choice Awards? Anyone watch that crap?
Now?
I do not.
Favorite female movie star was Reese Witherspoon.
All right.
Will Smith.
I was clapping
was
so hard on my
favorite-
living
You
room.
sit back this time last week going, only 6 days to go to the People's Choice Awards.
Come on, Reese. I hope you
can't
win.
wait.
Favorite leading man,
I'm a
Brad
people.
Pitt. Kate Hudson was the favorite leading lady.
All right. Yes. About
Will
time.
Smith actually got 2.
All
Favorite-
right.
I'm a
favorite male
people
movie
and I've
star,
made
favorite
my
male
choice, and it's Reese.
Will Smith.
Angelina Jolie, favorite female
All
action
right.
star.
Yes. Congratulations, Angelina. Wish I was on the red carpet.
Oh, and favorite TV comedy, 2.5 Men.
Yes.
Oh, my God. That's why. Now I know I don't watch. Dumbest show
What
ever.
channel was the People's Choice Awards on? Anyone watch it? Anyone watch it for 5 minutes? No. Anyone even know it was on?
No, typically, I watch every award show. Don't get me wrong, but I just missed this one.
This is the season, or there really is never any time that it's not the season for award shows.
I think that's it. Yeah.
And now it is kind of more in season where there's going to be at least one a week.
Probably
until April.
Yeah, beginning of the year. Yep.
Yeah.
Chris Brown got favorite male singer.
And he celebrated by getting engaged to Rihanna and ending his life.
Wow.
Well, ending the time that he I don't want to go through it again.
I know what you're talking about.
I went through it with Kobe. I even took the time to go through it with Eli Stupid Manning.
Yeah, you did.
I'm not going through it again, Terry.
All right, sir.
If these 19-year-old guys who have everything just laying at their feet, pick and choose, whatever they want to go out and get married at age 19, let them do it.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I am not, by any means, knocking the union of marriage. At the right time and place, it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. The key is, it better be the right time and place. Because even when it is the right time and place, there are times where it is an outright disaster. So you got to make sure it's the right time and place so that the overall situation is wonderful. Okay, you get me here?
Where's the right place and what's the right time again?
Not 19, and not when you can have your pick of the litter of the frickin' world as to who you want to be screwing on a particular night.
I would have to agree.
Is he straight? What's the story there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really?
We got 2 yeahs and 1 buzzer.
Well,
you seen him dance with Elmo? What do you think?
Oh,
Come on.
jeez. Everybody loves him, though. That's why he's
Oh, okay,
doing
that
all-
makes you straight.
Oh, okay,
Well,
yeah,
no.
definitely straight. Good job, Terry.
Yeah. And Clay Aiken's the straightest guy in the world.
Yes.
He's not dancing with Elmo, though, right?
But everybody loves him, Terry.
Do they really?
That's the criteria, yes. Everyone loves Clay Aiken. Everyone did. And now all his fans have turned
everybody
against
feels
him.
Betrayed.
Do we know that Rihanna's straight?
You're wondering if she's like saying, "Ooh, Samantha Ronson's free."
Ever since I saw that, her look like Prince, and she got mistaken for Prince in England.
yeah,
I can't.
that's
It looks like a boy to me now.
She did.
All right, so the People's Choice Awards are in the books, and
Yeah.
The Dark Knight did a lot of the sweeping up of awards, and deservingly so. I watched it, as I told you just the other day, recently on the plane, Terry, and it was even better the second time around. And you know, I loved every second of the first time I saw it. It's an incredible performance by Dead Dude, and it is an overall just outstanding, ridiculously cool movie.
It was pretty good.
Heath Ledger, I remember his name.
It was pretty good.
It was way
It was better than pretty good, yes.
It was the
thing I've ever. What am I looking at here? It's amazing.
All right, fine.
It was good.
All I'm saying, it was the best movie in the past 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, and that's only because I can't remember really much
Yeah, that's
past
true.
5 years.
I can give you one example.
The best movie in the past 5 years. And I thought Iron Man was good.
I mean, real good.
I liked Iron Man. That was really good.
So you liked Iron Man better than Dark Knight?
I did.
See, with you, it depends on your mood and your overall
true.
just state of buzz and all that stuff.
Well, I should have seen Dark Knight in the theater. I shouldn't have waited till everyone told me it was the greatest thing ever. My expectations, they couldn't have been met.
What else is happening, please?
I could go through a little list. OnePoll.com came out with the top 20 quote-unquote rock gods, if you'd like to run through that really
Not
quick.
really.
Okay. Or here's some good news, especially because your wife, I know she was into Twilight. Taylor Lautner will return as the character of Jacob Black in the next movie. There were some rumors that he wasn't going to because he had to beef up. And
Hey,
Twilight, the movie.
Right.
Your wife totally got into it.
don't really care.
Okay, well, thought it would be
When the
interesting.
second one is a couple of weeks away, maybe then I'll start getting remotely interested. We're talking about a year away.
All right. Well,
at minimum, right? Till
Yeah.
the next Twilight comes out.
Yeah, they've already started.
You don't
but
need-
they've already started. And the thing is that this guy apparently, he's small, but he had to like put on 20 pounds and beef up, and so that's why there was issues whether or not he was going to come back.
Fascinating.
So cool.
Well, for those Twilight fans out there, yes, it is.
Yes, I'm sure. Even the Twilight fans are like, move on, Terry. Wow. Even the girls that I sat near in the theater that had homemade Twilight T-shirts and braces on their teeth and pimples on their face and were, screaming at every scene, could care less about this story, Terry, I'm sure.
All right.
To your way, nobody cares.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
A little bit more than they care about the rock gods or whatever you were telling me about. But.
Okay. Well, I could thrill you with a story about a woman in London who has 2 sets of reproductive organs, if you'd like.
Okay, you need to rework your stories this morning, obviously. You need to reshuffle, find some new and interesting ones, and work on that, and then we'll get back to you, all right?
Oh.
Give you some time?
No, I got
okay.
A few or 5. Yeah, let me shuffle up.
Until that moment where Terry has put an interesting pile of stories together, we'll remind you that the phone lines can be opened at 1-866-663-T-MAN for anything you want to talk about for a Thursday, and the text messaging number at 97373 is always available. Maybe I should start taking some calls here. What do you say, Terry?
Sure.
Anyone that has anything to talk about? Any relationship issues to start the new year that need to be worked through? It seems like now's your time. Since Terry's hitting us with the details of a movie, it doesn't come out for a year and a half.
Awesome. We'll be ready, though. Think about a year and a half, how prepared we'll be.
1-866-663. Terry's just throwing up her hands.
She's pissed.
She gives up. We've lost her for the day.
Oh, no, you haven't. I've
So
found
now
other stuff
more than
already.
ever, your calls will be taken. Anything you want to talk about. Obviously, it doesn't require even it to be remotely interesting to pass the mustard test on this program.
Jesus.
Don't let Vinnie be in charge of the mustard test.
We failed that miserably.
That was years ago, by the way.
1-866-663-T-MAN. Back after these words.
TManShow.com.
Hello?
What's up, baby?
Hi.
What's going on?
Nothing.
I'm glad you made it through. Everyone looking for a little early 2009 advice, this is the time now to call 1-866-663-T-MAN. Lexi has some boyfriend issues, from what I hear.
Yeah.
All right, tell me all about it, baby.
Well, I've been with him for about 6 months now, and most of my friends tell me that he's too sensitive, and he's even asked me if he's too sensitive because, well, sometimes we'll be wrestling around and playing, and then he'll, the other day he cracked me right in the nose and gave me a bloody nose, and he started crying and not me.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe I did that. So
Well,
that kind of sensitive, not sensitive where you would say, your hair looks kind of weird today. What? Oh my! It's not. Is it crying and movie sensitive, or overall sensitivity to the point where it's a little beyond girly, or what? Because, yeah, there is a point where women look at their men, and there is a threshold of sensitivity that you should not pass.
Right.
I know the gender lines have been kind of blurred as far as men being more, metrosexual, more sensitive, more this, that, and the other, and this is the way it's evolving. But there is still a huge, not just some nice size or large size, there's a huge faction of women that want their men to be manly. Is that too much to ask? Is that too old-fashioned, Terry?
Well, no, but...
Not be in the running for the president of the personification of men?
Right. No, every woman would still like a very manly man.
Have a couple of masculine qualities. Is that too much to ask?
No, however, there's a happy medium. We'd like you to show some emotion and be,
Well, luckily for you,
connected.
Terry, when you got cracked in the nose by your ex-boyfriends, they never felt bad at all.
No, they didn't. It was great.
This guy at least cried and felt horrified by what just happened, but to a point where even Lexi's like, take it easy. I'll be fine. I'm going to live. Relax.
Jeez, it's an accident.
And it also, I find him crying when we watch TV shows. He cries.
He's a crier?
You just burst the blood vessels in your eyes. I'm more worried about that than my nose that's bleeding right now. She is concerned that her boyfriend is... With his overwhelming level of sensitivity comes a girly-like aspect, does it not? Isn't that the case, Lexi?
Yeah, and this is also his longest relationship he's ever had. And after only 3 days of being together, he had told me he loved me.
What a turnoff.
Yeah.
When a guy tells a woman that he loves her, Terry, even if they've been married 50 years.
Wow.
Is that just the biggest turnoff in the world?
Even if they've been married 50 years, saying I love you?
So,
what a wuss.
You would think that wouldn't necessarily go hand in hand, that he's only had one serious relationship, it seems like. You've been going together 6 months, you've been going out 6 months, and that's the longest relationship he's ever had in his life. You'd think Mr. Sensitivity Guy would have had a slew of...
Time to get right.
Got it, crack a beer. You would think long-term, the Sensitivity Guy would have had a lot of long-term relationships, wouldn't you, or no?
Yeah, and he's also proposed already.
Wow. How old is he?
Bastard.
He's 19.
Oh, wow.
All right, so he's just pretty much feeling his way, getting started.
Is he
and
like a big mama's boy or something?
So,
well, no, he's not a mama's boy because his mom left him and his dad when he was 6.
But he's got mama issues.
Yeah, so I think it might have to do with, having a mom around or woman issues.
All right, so what do you want to do about this? Can you get used to it, or
Well, I mean, I've been getting used to it, but it's to the point where he's like, "Oh, are you okay? Can I get you anything?"
Whoa.
It's to the point where I just want to be like, "Shut up and leave me alone."
Wow.
Mm-hmm. How's the sex? How's the sex between you and him?
It's amazing.
It is.
Well, at least that's good.
Is this good for you? Are you feeling anything? Are you feeling a lot? So maybe that is what makes... You ever wonder if that helps the sex to be amazing, that he's so into you, he's so concerned about you, he's so worried that you are feeling good and here, there, and everywhere, that it helps along the sex becoming of this amazing caliber. And if he lost his overwhelming sensitivity levels, the sex may suffer. Do you wonder about that?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, the sex is good, but it's only good for the 30 seconds for me.
For the 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Well, then why would the sex be good if it's only good for 30 seconds? Sex...
Well, I mean, the 30 seconds is good, but then it's only him getting his stuff, but Lexi's left to dry in the field or whatever.
I think she said it was amazing.
Yeah, she did. She said sex was amazing.
Lexi,
it's amazing for the 30 seconds.
No, sex is not amazing if it lasts 30 seconds. Ask any woman who's ever had sex, and they would be quick to tell you that sex, in order to be considered amazing, in order for sex, by definition, to be amazing, it has to last a minimum of 1.5 minutes.
How about no on that either?
So get straight on that and call us back.
Jeez.
She's a little confused herself, Terry.
Well, I think that look, they're both really young. Neither one has a clue.
She has no clue. Susan, you're on the air. Hello. 1-866-663-T-MAN. We'll help you along with the clues, but you have to have some foundation of a clue yourself. That's just the minimum prerequisite we ask for. 1-866-663-T-MAN. Susan, you're next up. Go.
All right. I just wanted to thank Terry for the Taylor Lawrence information about him being on Twilight.
Right, listen, don't encourage Terry with her lame, stupid stories.
I'm so glad you were interested.
We're working
and
Terry over.
We're
We're really trying very, very diligently to get Terry to be on her A game at all times with interesting stories, so that we don't. I have a very strong ADD condition here, and if you encourage Terry with her lukewarm, mediocre to that's putting it in the high range to pretty much overwhelmingly boring stories, it's just going to lead to more stories like that. You can't be that big a Twilight fan that you were really interested and or entertained by hearing about details of a movie that isn't even coming anytime over the next...
But still, people are anticipating it. Come on. It's huge. It's like Harry Potter huge.
Mm-hmm. Is that all, Susan?
Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to thank Terry.
You're welcome, Susan.
Yeah, but listen to her personality. I just want to thank Terry.
She was there opening night for sure.
Okay, well.
Alone.
Boring personality gets entertained by boring stuff. Okay? Take my word for it, not Susan.
All right.
The blah-sounding caller. All right?
Okay.
Here's one of the things. Now, do you have any stories that are really of worthy caliber that you'd like to share with us, or no?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Let's hear one just to make sure we're back on the right track here.
I have a story.
Because in 2009, I have no patience for the wrong track. I'm just telling you right now, early in the year.
Early on.
Yes.
Yes, you are telling
With every
me.
year that passes by, my patience gets thinner and thinner, Terry. I may have cut you more slack in the past. Those days are gone.
That's why my grandpa was so grumpy.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm still in my 30s. I'm not grandpa status yet, but I will pretty much, I can pretty much guarantee you I'm
Someone is sensitive.
I'm going to be a salty grandpa.
Well, you're missing the point of what I said. You said every year you get less and less patience. So
That's right.
by the time you're 80, you're going to have no patience at all.
Well, I could be, setting records
That's my
by the time
point,
I'm 80. I don't think I'll make it to 80, but that's fine.
Close the window. Okay.
What do you got?
I have a story about a 37-year-old woman in Romania who showed up at the hospital with a huge aerosol can of hairspray stuck in her.
In her puss?
No, the other hole.
Oh, jeez. The other hole. Her ear? Oh!
Really?
The one who's the next door neighbor.
Yes.
Of the VJ.
The exit only hole.
Mm-hmm.
Next door neighbor.
Well, maybe she was pooping out an aerosol can, and it was an exit-only experience.
Yeah, maybe she ate one.
Uh-huh.
They were doctors were
Because when you do swallow an aerosol can, Terry, at some point you have to pass it.
Okay, whatever.
So she showed... All right, let me take a break, because I'm way behind here.
All right.
And then we'll figure out the details of the woman that showed up at the emergency room. And wow the doctors.
Wow the doctors. Right.
How much of the aerosol... Oh, I'll ask you in the next segment.
Okay.
All right? But, as I said, we're getting later on in this real first full week of 2009. It's official now, by the way.
Yes.
The money that was scheduled to be distributed to our good friend...
Yes.
Marlene Anderson... is not going to be going to her, Terry.
Oh, wow. Marlene, you missed out.
She did not call back in 30 minutes or less, but unlike the past where their money would just get kind of dissolved into thin air, the money carries over. So the next name to be called out, and who knows, for all we know, maybe these are bogus names that they just want the prize money to get built up in this game we're playing here. I don't follow what they're doing around this station close enough.
Sure.
Maybe.
So roll over money.
Yeah, maybe in order to get people into this contest more than they ordinarily would have, they came up with a fraudulent name.
Ooh.
But why would they? They have to give the money out anyway.
Right.
It doesn't help them.
Because it sounds
Build
more
suspense.
exciting
Yeah.
to have a bigger cash allotment being built.
Or is it
I
less-
wouldn't put anything past flowers and
That's true.
But no one's going to say no to
his
$100
feathered friend,
anyway.
Dirty Harry.
You can't trust gingers.
Oh, jeez.
Never trust a daywalker.
But no one still is going to turn down $100.
That's not what I'm saying, Terry.
No, she doesn't get it.
Marlene Anderson, maybe you don't exist or you do somewhere in the world, but you didn't call back in 30 minutes or less.
Right.
No,
All right.
But in the past, you've been somewhat lenient with people who call late. You can't do that now, right?
No, I'm not doing that here.
Okay.
But I don't even know if she exists, is the only
I
point I was
understand.
trying to make here.
I know.
But
No way they do that.
regardless,
She's a real person.
$200
We're having lunch later.
now waiting in the wings.
She was going to buy it, but she can't afford it now.
And the next name to be called out during Shelly Hart's show is going to reap the benefits of Marlene Anderson not calling back.
Yeah.
Or maybe she does exist, but she's got no arms or something. She couldn't call back. You die with your nose for $100?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Done a lot worse than that.
Okay. Whatever.
Done.
1-866-663-T-MAN. Text messaging at 97373. Any relationship problems that you may be having. Either of those numbers works, like this person who text messaged. See, this is a long text message. You should be calling with this stuff or emailing. There's emailing still available
Obviously
at
so.
thetmanshow.com. But at 7:44 and 38 seconds, somebody wrote through text messaging that his wife caught him with his laptop open, middle of the night, beating the paddywhacker, and she threw his laptop off the bed and damaged it. And he wants to know if she was within her right to be so incensed that she wakes up and finds him beating the stick with his laptop open in the bed, Terry, that she could then just grab a hold of his laptop and fling it across the room. I want your take.
Yes.
What?
Yes. I mean, well, the thing is, okay.
I don't know what the thing is just yet.
Please.
We'll find out what the thing is.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know you're dying to know.
can.
Talk about building suspense. What the thing is.
I'll take $100 instead.
Right after these words.
TheTNShow.com.
Is Sanjaya Malakar coming out with a new album?
Oh.
Rejoice, Sanjaya fans.
Yeah.
This is so true.
All your wishes are going to come true for 2009, Terry.
Yes.
Sanjaya is coming out with an album, and the world is collectively dancing as one.
Wow.
Would have made a great stocking stuffer. But better late than never.
Sure.
Okay.
Really? I like never.
You doing cartwheels?
I am. Did you feel it?
That was the rumble.
All right, back to the text messenger and his. I want to get your aerosol can issue and a text messenger in the break.
Her issue, really.
Actually makes some comment on that. It says, "Oh, please, Terry's got enough fists in her situation." He didn't write situation. That an aerosol can ain't nothing.
Whatever.
But back to the other text message that you were commenting on.
Yes.
Let's try to visualize what happened here again. Married man sleeping with married woman.
Right.
Always a bonus, Terry, when a couple in a union of marriage in the same bed enjoying a nice evening/morning situation of a little snooze, maybe a little... I doubt they had sex on that particular night because in the middle of the night... She wakes up to find her husband...
Propped up in bed next to her, right?
Maybe laying down, maybe propped up. He doesn't mention Terry, but, beating the paddywhacker, laptop open.
That's ridiculous, really.
She gets incensed. She gets her temper flaring real quick. That quick surge of anger.
That's why you have to have a surge protector.
Grabs a hold of the... I imagine she grabs the upper part of the screen and just
whips it off.
Flings his laptop across the bed and onto the floor.
Okay.
Is her reaction over the line, considering the violation that took place in their bed together, if you even consider it a violation at all, Terry?
First of all, obviously for her to get that upset, he already knows that she's...
Don't forget to give me the thing.
Okay,
go ahead.
The thing is...
Oh, yeah, here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Wait. I don't want you to let anyone down.
The thing is that she obviously does not like him watching porn, or else she wouldn't have gotten that upset.
Well, you're assuming it was porn. You're assuming it was porn. Now,
what else is he beating the paddywhacker to?
Maybe he's chatting with some girl who really knows how to make it happen in the chat room.
But regardless, it's some kind of, for her, it is a violation, and he's doing it right next to her, and that's disrespectful.
But isn't it a bigger violation? Let's say he was watching porn. Isn't that less of a violation than if he was chatting with someone that maybe he can even actually meet up? Not that you can't meet up, as I talked about earlier, with your local porn star these days.
Right,
but let's say he's chatting with some girl that he met on Facebook or something.
Does that happen?
He's getting all full throttle. You need to join. And
he won't.
And all of a sudden he starts, chagging and gagging with his wife, knowing that she could sleep through anything. And, he wasn't lucky on this night because she just happened to wake up. And isn't that more of a violation if he was chatting with some particular someone out there as opposed to just watching some harmless porn, Terry?
Well, the whole chatting thing, it's more personal, of course, but how the other...
I know you've gone on record saying that is a...
It is a violation, yeah.
You call that emotional cheating. Emotional
yes,
cheating is the phrase that you've used too many times, and it is under the umbrella of cheating, just like physical cheating. Emotional cheating can be as dangerous, in your opinion, as going out and neutering it in some physical cheating kind of fashion.
Correct, sir.
Okay, but let's say it was just porn.
Okay.
And we all agree on that. Then obviously we all then must agree that her reaction was way too harsh, breaking his laptop, not to mention shocking him for the moment of, flared up outrage that she experienced there is just more punishment than needs to happen considering what kind of violation, if you even consider it, as I said, Terry, a violation at all that transpired there.
But see, the thing is, that
over the top.
She considers it a
I
violation.
already knew the thing. I thought we already got the thing, Terry.
Unnecessary. Okay, not to mention interrupting a good beat that he had going on there.
But really, do you need to beat right
criminal.
next to me? I mean, if you really need to beat, because that's supposedly a
So if
very
he goes to the office, it's fine.
Would have been any better if he went to a darkened bathroom and have her bust in.
Yeah.
Well, but the thing, but she doesn't know. She's not really seeing, what he's doing right then and there.
Probably done it a handful of times, a dozen of them. He's probably done a couple of hundred times to have her sleep through it, no problem. And on this particular morning, she wakes up and has to not only wake up the neighbors with the thud of the laptop smashing against the wall, if it made it that far, damaging his laptop. In tough economic times, a hard thing to replace on a regular basis because she's got an uncontrollable temper.
Well, but obviously she has issues with the whole porn thing. And then,
Are you sure?
And then to have him do it right then there in the bed.
It's a little risky. I mean, my laptop's
That is
pretty bright. I don't know if I'd be doing that. That's a big light. That's like putting a spotlight on yourself.
Well, he probably thought that if it did wake her up, that she would be a more reasonable woman to be like, "Oh, honey, I didn't know you were all horned up. Here, let me help you out here."
Wouldn't that be great if women were like that? That's what I always think should happen.
Let me help you out, baby, because I love you so much and you're such a good husband.
Just tell me you're horny next time.
Or just start having sex with me in my sleep next time.
What fantasy island do you want to live on?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Really?
Rather be jerking a Jenna Hayes.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much.
It's just these kind of reactions that are happening too many times these days of these women that are so quick to just show their temper. Man, where's the respect for the man that used to take place in the 50s where if you even raised a voice to him, he'd slap you in the friggin' kisser.
That's great. Let's go back to those days.
I got a good mind to slap that face of his.
1-866-663 T-Man. Rudy, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Rudy?
Not much, man. All right, so I got the situation with the fact that I'm newly married and so on and so forth, and she's bisexual. Well, she has no problem bringing women into the relationship, and
slow down.
Okay,
man,
he was rolling.
Talking to my element. Do you say you're somewhat married?
No, he said newly married.
Newly married.
And
I just
she's
got
bisexual.
divorced out of a 9-year marriage. I was going through the divorce for the last 7 years and finally got finalized, and then I got remarried.
It took 7 years for your divorce to get finalized?
Yeah, she just kept playing games, reopening a child custody case, even though I had full legal and physical custody. She lost all rights. And she got all expenses, houses, cars, everything, but I got the children. Anyhow, she just kept opening up cases because you can't have a legal pending divorce case.
Am I detecting like a trace of a British accent or something here? Well, where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles, California originally, but I live here in Lakewood now. I'm stationed here in Fort Lewis.
All right.
Anyhow.
All right. Yes.
Anyhow, like I said, I'm newly married, and like I said, she doesn't have any problem bringing in women into the relationship. Well, but she did have a problem when her sister hacked into my email, finding several conversations with other women, and really spiced up conversations. But anyhow, nothing took place. But the simple fact is that she mailed that all like 4 pages worth to my wife, and my wife freaked out about it.
So your wife's sister.
Yeah.
Why did she get the urge to hack into your email? She always thought that maybe you were up to no good, and she was just trying to catch you red-handed, or what?
Pretty much.
She wanted to prove to her sister that she married a bad guy, and this was her way to go about that, or what was she thinking?
Well, she's thinking that her sister has a great life and that her life's shitty. Excuse my language, crappy. And she just wanted something bad to come out of her relationship or something.
All right, don't use that word again because we had to dump that. But so your wife's sister finds emails that you considered more or less pretty harmless stuff, even though reading it would indicate that you were saying things that a married man doesn't necessarily need to be saying to other women, but you knew that it was just to get your rocks off for a second there, but you were never really going to act on it. And she sent it to your sister as proof that you're a cheating kind of bastard husband.
Pretty much. The sister actually sent it to my wife.
Right.
And so pretty much, and so she flipped out, and I'm at work, and she's calling me up screaming, and she's packing her clothes.
But you're thinking, where's her credibility when she's the one always finding random partners, even though they're women? It's still random acts of cheating that she doesn't check in on with you to make sure that you give your blessing for her to bring home Lady A, B, or C on a particular night.
But he does kind of give the blessing because he knew when he married her that she was bisexual, and he accepted the fact that she's going to bring other women in.
Right, because
but the thing is that he's not communicating to her about what he's doing. So that's where the violation is coming.
But he thought with that because I get to join, but
he thought it goes without saying that if he gives his overall blessing to give permission for his wife to be going out and finding whoever she wants, even if everyone that she goes and finds has a VJ, Terry, that he has some leeway himself. And he didn't really do anything that drastic if all he's doing is chatting up some sexual kind of thoughts with who knows who out there, that he's never even going to look to find out all about where they are and what they could be like in person anyway.
But still, he's keeping it from her. She doesn't keep, the other women from him.
She's got a blank check to go out and find whatever woman she wants, and he's given his okay on that. He thinks with that comes some leeway that he should have, that she should be a little bit more understanding and not so hardcore against his little indiscretions. He's not making any kind of mass violations here.
I understand that. However, maybe they should have had some type of communication regarding that to make sure it was all out there.
He didn't exactly go out and cheat behind her back. And considering what she is willing to do in her marital state, he thought it's a little hypocritical for her to be coming down so hard on him for some, what he considers harmless chatting, even though it was of a hardcore sexual nature. Am I right, sir, or what?
That's correct.
I understand where you're coming from. Where's the consistency here? She's so free-spirited, Terry. She's so liberal about her marriage when it comes to her picking any girl out of whatever bar she wants. But if she sees a little transcript of a conversation he had with some woman he doesn't even know heads or tails about, really, she goes all off the deep end.
But the point again is,
I heard your point, and I'm not buying it.
You heard the thing too.
I heard the thing. I can understand why you're a little confused here, sir. I can understand why you're a little frustrated in the marriage when your wife has this free and clear permission to go and do things that most marriages would not allow, and all of a sudden she finds one little
she didn't find this is her London,
Yeah, she gets hold of one trans. She what?
She allows them to join with me. She brings them home for me.
And that's nice of her.
And that's why it's confusing to you. And it's probably confusing to you because she's wondering, knowing that she does go out and bring home women and you join in and all that, why would you keep this one secret?
It sounds like...
I wasn't keeping it secret. I was actually...
You just didn't think it was a big deal.
A different partner to bring home as well to surprise her with.
Sometimes... let me tell you... I'm not buying that.
Yeah, neither am I. So it was a secret.
Sometimes there's a difference and a fine line between things that can be construed as kept a secret and things that you didn't think were a big deal. A lot of times, guys would be like, or women would be like, why didn't you tell me about that? Are you keeping that from me? No, I just didn't even consider it as something I needed to tell you because I didn't think it was that big a deal.
And yes, I understand that too.
Women think
disclosure. Through a glory hole. I didn't think it was something I needed to tell you about.
Everyone's doing it. But women think that disclosure is a lie. They look at that as a lie.
Was construed in the messages. Her name was put in there. I said for us, for myself and my wife.
Yeah, but don't give me... All right, fine. So you were trying to surprise her with someone that you were kind of reeling in so that you could contribute to the women that get tossed into your marriage for sexual purposes from time to time. I understand. All right, so this doesn't sound like, even though she had this harsh reaction, like it's going to be something that carries over for a long period of time. It sounds like, considering your wife is as liberal as you've described, that she's going to be able to get over it pretty quick, or do you disagree?
No, she's been getting over it lately. Just our trust issues right now, they're not 100%.
She does not trust you as much as you would like to be trusted as a husband.
Right.
And that bothers you.
It does. It bothers me because in the beginning of the relationship, when she first brought this out, I actually told her that it can probably damage us in the future. You know, if she started getting guilty conscience that maybe I was paying attention to these other women more than her, which never ever happens. And I told her maybe we shouldn't go that route, but she said that let's just go that route for the time being until it just grows old on her.
When was the last time your wife brought another woman home for you and her to have fun with in a sexual way? Really, it's not relevant. I'm just curious.
The 23rd of December.
23rd of December. So just in time for some Christmas fun. Your wife... And did you know on this night that someone was going to be brought home, or it was just she walked through the door, guess what I got?
Everyone celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ in different ways, T-Man.
She walked through the door, gave me a kiss on my lips, and walked to the back room with her and said to join them in a few. So,
How'd this girl look that you brought home?
She was pretty hot.
And where'd you find her?
Club.
And what were you able to do? Are there any restrictions when she brings women home from the club? Are you allowed to penetrate? Are you allowed to...
oh, yeah.
He's allowed full access.
All of the above. All of the above. She likes to be dominant with both of after she has some fun with her and stuff like that to spice it up to get me ready. She pretty much attack me and do whatever they want to me. So
she give you like extra leverage, extra like thrust, pressure, to like drive it home that much more, and
the whole 9 yards.
So what's he complaining about again?
Oh,
I don't understand. What's his deal? Like,
well, he's
got a nice
complaining.
life.
And that's the
rock
thing.
the
He's
boat, big boy.
complaining because his wife doesn't trust him.
His wife went overboard when she caught him through her sister's investigations, having conversations behind her back with other women, saying all the sexual things he wanted to do to them.
If my wife picks up dinner and brings it home, I'm elated. Imagine a hot chick.
What were some of the things that you were saying to these girls that your wife had to read that you probably realized, oh man, too bad she had to read that?
Well, the only thing that she had a problem with was the fact that one of the girls said, yeah, well, what do you want to do to me? I said, well, by the time I'm finished with you, I'm going to drain all your bodily fluids.
Oh, jeez.
You want my blood? Why? What'd I do?
That was probably the only thing, and she flipped on it.
See, if I'm a girl, I find that more just nasty.
That's really gross.
Well,
you want to throw out a bodily fluid reference, that's fine.
You want my diarrhea?
But drink all bodily fluids?
Yeah, it's nasty. You want my snot and everything?
God. Yeah, that doesn't sound
real.
Pretty gross. Oh, gosh, give it to me good.
Okay, hold
Drain me.
Here,
I like that last caller who only could satisfy his girl that he wanted to marry in such a short time for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Or 30 seconds, whatever it was. I'm not that kind of guy.
All right. You're the ultimate lover. Yes, we get it. You're the ultimate lover. And as I said, think your wife is going to get over this in her just time, and I think everything's going to be back in the great fashion that you've enjoyed it over the past, you're still newlyweds, or how long have you been married now?
We've been married since the 1st of December. Newlyweds.
Oh, so you aren't very much newlyweds.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1st of December they're married, 23rd.
They're doing whatever.
Oh, God, I wanted a gravy boat. Instead I got a new chick. Damn it.
This wasn't on my registry.
Nope.
Have it all.
That's great.
Okay, well, I'm glad you shared all that with us. As I said, I don't think you have that much to worry about. It sounds like something she'll be able to get over in no time at all. All right? If she's still hanging on to the anger in a week or so, give us a call back. All right, Rudy?
All right,
there goes Rudy.
Good luck, Rudy.
Ready to wham it.
He's got a nice life carved out for himself there. I would try to make that work as long as you could.
Is it Jory or Hori?
Jory.
Jory.
Jory or Hori.
Jori. You never know. Sometimes the J can be, you don't pronounce it. You don't pronounce it Jose.
I gotcha.
Jose.
Right.
Okay. Jory, what can I do for you?
Well,
is your name spelled Jori?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take anything for granted. And by the end of the call, we may have confirmed that it's more Hori than Jory. But anyway, go ahead, Jory.
Thanks. So when we first got together, it was...
Who?
It was good.
Me and you?
Wow, it was good.
Oh.
Thanks for the call.
What happened?
And now you're not taking to my needs, T-Man.
Whoa.
Who's we?
Me and my boyfriend.
All right, well, you got to fill us in, man. I mean, maybe you told all the details to Pasty Day, but this is the first we're hearing about it.
Okay, so we got together and
Who?
Me and Zach.
Oh, Zach. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Zach.
Much clearer now. Thank you.
The first 2 months, he decided to go out and cheat with his ex-girlfriend.
All right, well.
Should have been the first one.
We got over that, and now we've been together for over a year, and I'm just having a hard time because when we first got together, I also realized that he loved to watch porn, and so I tried watching it with him, even though I don't get that much into porn.
Can't expect to have a new boyfriend, expect him to go cold turkey into this newfound great life with you, all right? Gotta dabble with the ex-girlfriend a little bit and, have closure there. And all of a sudden, his love for porn ain't gonna just end because he met the great Jory.
I know that. So,
and if he cheats with an ex, that's not really cheating. That's just some unfinished business they had to.
Gosh.
Okay?
That's
so slow your roll with your anger here.
Jory,
Today's
really,
theme is quickly becoming women who get overly angry for unnecessary reasons.
And really, Jory,
it's only cheating if it's some random stranger.
Yes, I know that.
Oh.
No, you don't know that, Jory. Oh, my gosh.
Yes, go ahead.
Now when we have sex, I'll go to sleep, and I'll find him jacking off, or I'll be in a different room during the day, and he'll be jacking off, and I'm like, I'm right here. Or like when you said earlier, why can't the women just be happy about waking up and doing stuff to them? I do that sometimes, but it just annoys me because I'm still up, and I'm like,
so your boyfriend, your main issue, now I'm getting to it here, your main issue is there are many a time where her boyfriend chooses masturbation over intercourse or any kind of action with her, Terry.
Yes.
And that, obviously, in any woman's mind, is going to be seen as a big slap in the face.
Well, sure, because you do wonder. I mean, if you'd rather do yourself than do me, then obviously I don't turn you on anymore.
No, exactly. You turn me on, but less work, less hassle.
Well, but that's not...
It's like 55, 45. It's close.
It's a connection thing. You don't want to be connected to me. You'd rather be connected to yourself, so go have at it and leave me.
You have too many needs.
No, we don't.
Yes. Surgical
strike.
What I
wish is that he would wake me up and start having sex with me instead of jacking off.
Mm-hmm. So have you made that clear that you're cool?
Yes, I have, and he still doesn't do that.
She loves to say that.
See, my wife also gave me that clearance. Anytime that she's sleeping, I have the green light to be, doing whatever sexual things I want to do to her in her stage 5 state.
Really?
Yes. And I appreciate that.
That's great.
Does it work when she's sleeping?
And yet I still pump open the laptop.
See?
That's right.
See? And
on occasion. Gotta have some variation.
Variation, really?
I don't think you should feel so insecure because on occasion, I'm sure it's not all the time. I'm sure it's sometimes, very infrequent times, but still enough times that you notice that he chooses solo sex over sex with you. And you really shouldn't take it as big of a knock as you're taking it, and you're being too hard on yourself and in turn hard on him. Just relax a little bit.
I've never had this problem before, though.
Well, get used to it. Maybe you're on the downslide. And this is something you got to get accustomed to, that men aren't as turned on by you as they used to be.
Oh,
all right, whorey?
Wow.
Okay.
She's not a whore.
No, she's not. And I understand that she's feeling like a second fiddle to a man's hand.
Right. And I guess the thing for, I don't know, for women.
Too many things.
Tons of things.
We don't get the big difference. Why? I mean, we've had this discussion. You said it's a totally different feel.
I guarantee you, as much as she's trumping up the charges here, he's not choosing himself over her the majority of the time. There's just enough times that it's happened that she's making a bigger deal out of it than it really needs to be. All right?
Okay.
Am I right or no? Is he choosing himself all the time over you?
No.
No. Is he choosing himself more times than not over you? No. He's choosing himself on occasion over you, and maybe he has his reasons that he doesn't really have a true way to make you understand, but he gets it, and he doesn't want to take the time to try to break it down to you.
But I get real upset over it. So
obviously! And I'm telling you shouldn't get as upset as you're getting.
Okay.
Don't take it as such a personal knock.
But see, I can't get pleasure over masturbating myself. I don't find pleasure in it, and that's what I'm having a hard time seeing.
That's too bad.
Keep
See,
working at
I'm
it.
with her. And that's why
I thought you never tried, Terry.
No, that's what that's what I'm saying is that's why it's never been
busted. Here's the thing.
No.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear the thing.
That's why it's never. I don't get that whole thing. I don't understand the whole self. Why
So you
it
have
feels,
tried it way
no,
back
no,
in your
I don't
past.
know. I haven't.
Yeah, whatever.
Well,
doing it myself. I don't see how he can get pleasure over it.
Mm-hmm. So you, as much as you've tried, you can't
Yes, I've tried.
You can't get
so
anything
hard.
going for yourself?
No, I can't.
Please.
It'd be a tough life.
That's got to be that's got to be a physical impossibility.
I don't get anything out of it.
It's got to be virtually physically impossible.
It's something that's never.
If you really put your mind to it, you got to be able to get something out of whether you're man or woman. Obviously, if you're man, even if you're the hardest to reach kind of woman, you got to be able to get something out of it if you keep working at it.
I mean, it's not like I don't climax. I don't see the point of it. It's not there for me.
It's all about emotion for you. It's all about the emotional side of sex.
Now it is. I don't know.
Okay. Stop getting yourself into such a frustrated state, all right? You're the type that gets yourself filled with overwhelming levels of frustration that aren't really necessary here. You got a boyfriend. He's not running out dicking around on you. He's just, beating the paddywhack on occasion. You're making his life harder than it needs to be, and in turn, you're making your life really way more frustrating than it has to be. Why are you shaking your head no, Tari? You fully agree with this woman?
Yes.
Thank you.
And I'm telling you that you're making things too tough. Relax. Take a breath. Can I hear you both take a breath, please? Tari, I heard her. I didn't even hear you. Take a breath. On a count of 3, take a nice deep breath, and you'll see how quickly you start to feel better. 1, 2, 3. Now this time I heard Tari, but I didn't hear you, Hori. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Deeper.
Oh, wow.
Are you going to be okay, Hori?
I think I will be.
I'm glad we had this talk then.
Thank you.
I know you're such an info that you need it all the time, and you need it.
I know.
You need to be feeling as though you're the only thing that makes him tick sexually. I understand that would be the perfect world.
But don't you think it has a part of me
No!
not being over
Stop!
him cheating on me?
What? He's not cheating on you.
He did early on in the relationship.
All right.
She's still hanging on to that, but that's her mistake in the first
He probably won't again this week, so everything will be fine. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care, Hori. There goes Hori, Tari.
Did you like Hori?
I like the fact that she's so needy sexually. I like it. I liked Hori.
I liked her too.
I bet you look pretty good too.
Those girls named Jory, cute.
I don't know many girls named Jory, Tari.
Oh, really?
No, but Barry, plenty.
Yeah,
Barry.
I know
not Jory.
a lot of girls who should be nicknamed Hori, but not many Jorys.
The TManShow.com.
All right, a couple of text messages in the minimal time I have here. Is that all right, Tari?
Okay.
8:36 and 17 seconds. Somebody writes, T-Man is so right. Sex and your ex is not cheating at all. I'm glad you pointed that out.
Sex with your ex is not cheating at all.
Like a lyric to a song.
Yeah, it does. Well, that's a bull crap.
Somebody here wants you to make sure you don't forget about your aerosol can story, Tari.
I know. I was just looking at it, too.
T-Man, I want your big bonus. It's easy to bone your hand. You don't have to give it kisses. Okay. My boyfriend. Oh, this is an interesting one. 18 and 2 seconds. T-Man, my boyfriend wakes me up by having sex with me all the time. I never see a problem with that. That's the way it should be. It should be an unwritten rule, Tari. Only if you make it clear that you have a problem against it, should you not feel that you have the green light in any relationship you have. Run up on rate charges. You should never.
I love those kinds of relationships.
8:17 and 25 seconds. Somebody writes, T-Man, if any writes bitch, Tari. I hate to just call or even refer, seeing that it's the text messenger's thought. Refer to women as bitches when it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just can't help it. It's necessary.
Oh, gee. It's very true.
T-Man, if any bitch threw a laptop across the room, it would be dismissal immediately.
Dismissal. Wow.
Referring to the...
They're a married couple, so I guess it's divorce time then, yeah? According to him.
Well...
You are dismissed. Oh, okay.
It's like leaving boot camp.
I know.
Dismissed.
And a text messenger right nearby writes at 8:15 and 17 seconds, Dish. And he writes, Adam writes, it doesn't matter how big the violation may be. It gives a woman no right to break even an $800 laptop. This is tough economic times, Terry. Every penny counts.
Yeah.
And we're talking more than just a few mere pennies here. She's flinging laptops across the room.
Oh, you need a new one anyway. Update it.
Nice. That's why she did it. Sure.
Oh.
Aren't laptops like the greatest invention ever? Laying in bed and watching porn? Oh, my gosh.
Is it just my imagination, or does Terry's voice sound more like a truck driver in 09 than it did at the end of 08?
Wow, that's something.
We could do a comparison. We could find some old...
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
Some...
January 08?
Deep in the archives footage of December 08?
Yeah.
No, let's find January 08. Let's give her a year.
Is your voice from year to year significantly and in a tangible fashion getting deeper that the listeners are able to pick up on this, Terry?
Maybe. I don't know.
I wonder if we were to find some tapes of Terry really back in the early days of the show.
Oh, you could.
If there's a real significant difference in the tones of her voice.
Oh, yeah, I definitely. I would say there is.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
No question.
Do most women, as they age, get deeper voice?
Sure. I think so.
Women's voice, their voice deepens as they get older.
Especially a voice like Terry's.
Yeah, I'm saying, okay, so Terry's one kind of a woman that's going to have things happen in that fashion, but does the average woman's voice get deeper as she gets older? Or
I don't know about deeper, but I think Terry's does.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
Is it Terry or is it all women?
I think it's Terry. Terry has kind of a unique voice. You know, and the 2 packs a day she smokes doesn't help either.
No.
So if she lives a long life, it's going to be like all bass.
Yeah, she'll be James Earl Jones by the time she's
Wow.
leaves
You're
the
a
planet.
mean one.
That's not him. It's
Mr. Grinch. I'm like getting back to work.
Yeah, working's good, man.
Yeah, when you have a job and you need money. Terry, do you have a story that maybe be able to set the tone for the 9 o'clock hour here? Is there something that's standing out that you are sure with no doubts is going to wow us out of our seats or what?
Wow, you out of your seats for 2009 already?
Mm-hmm.
Well, according to a new survey, women in their 20s have sex the most. However, women in their 40s enjoy it the most.
Well, of course you're going to enjoy it more if you're not getting it as much.
No, I think it's probably because you really know what you want and desire
Oh,
and need
please, don't give
to
me that
enjoy
crap. That
it.
just makes women in their 40s feel better about themselves.
I mean,
They
you know
wish
what
they were all 20.
You know what you want. I'd like a men's penis, please.
At 24, like, I don't know what I want.
Right.
Should I have him put it in my vagina or my ear?
Well, in your
By 40, I'll
20s, you
know.
are kind of like playing
Wish I was
around
40
and
so I would know.
experimenting and
Do I want a rhinoceros,
getting
a
to know
giraffe,
what
a
you
man?
like.
What do I want? A bear cub?
An elephant.
Women in their 40s just have to do everything they can to make themselves feel better because they're no longer, nor are they ever going to be in their 20s again until their next life when they'll come back as a rodent.
Wow.
All right.
Do women really like doing it in their 40s?
Yes.
Well, because Hotshot has gone on record saying that at age 40, he is retiring for evermore and will never have sex of any kind again in his life. Are you sticking by that? You don't think we forgot about that, did you?
I'm hanging up the cleats.
Wow.
You
You got to bang them out first, you know.
I'm hitting. Well, not on turf, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hitting the showers. I'm throwing my jersey, mean Joe Green style, to the little kid with the coke.
Wow. It almost sounds like you're
old
rooting for
reference.
40 to come as quick as possible.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
Wow.
I can't wait.
You're ready right now.
I'm good. I'm done. I'm out.
It's only mid-30s, Tim.
I
I'm
know.
ready to retire. Party's over.
Whoa, you are fun.
What do I need to do that crap for?
What do you need to? Let's see. Maybe your wife would enjoy
Who's
it.
that now?
Oh, smart.
I think she's more done than I am. She can't wait for me to retire.
Yeah, she's
too.
retiring 5 years before him.
That's right.
All right. 1-866-663-T-Man. Let me go to Anita really quick. Yes, Anita, what can I do for you? Anita, you're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, Anita.
Hey, I just wanted to say that I think that woman overreacted by throwing the laptop. I mean, what?
But women, when they get all fired up, do things that I'm sure they realize goes over the line, but it just happens because anger gets sometimes to an uncontrollable level.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe, like, they were laying there, and he got all turned on by her laying there, and she wouldn't wake up, so...
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, to give you a converse kind of perspective, and I'm not talking about the sneaker.
Right.
To give you the opposite kind of situation.
Yes.
I was once with a girl, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing, you know, those kind of situations.
Yeah.
And
heard of that.
on occasion, and this bugged me, kind of like in the same way that the girl waking up to her husband beating the paddywhacker with his laptop open made her fling his laptop across the room.
Right.
There'd be times where I would say on a particular night, come on, let's have at it. And she'd say, just go masturbate. She's like, no, just go beat off. And I'm like,
Wow.
oh, that's the highest of compliments, let me tell you. And, you know,
That kind of surprises me that it bugs you because you enjoy the whole self-gratification so much.
I enjoy it when I choose to do it, which is like 6 times a day.
Right, but you don't
when
like it
someone
when-
tells me to go do it and I can't have, like, what I want, I'm a man who wants what he wants, when he wants it.
I understand that.
And if you tell me I can't have it, I could be a pretty big baby. I don't know if you've noticed, Terry.
Oh, no, never noticed that.
I'm sure a lot of guys have heard that, though. A lot of guys probably won't come out and say it. Maybe some will. But there are a lot of women out there when a guy wants his, you know, time, and a woman turns back. And in that same way, they always have to say it in the same way, just go masturbate. No, I'm not leave me alone.
I don't want to have anything to do with you.
Yeah, kind of like that.
No.
Mhm. And if I was a woman, I would say the same thing about me. But I don't need to be hearing that from a girl who put cows in my kitchen.
Oh, it was her.
That was
The one who ran down naked.
and ironically, it was the hardest girlfriend to ever get rid of in my life.
Wow. She's the one who told you?
Maybe if you give me a little more access to the VJ, I might have tolerated an extra cow here and there.
Wow.
Well, I just don't think it's a
She
big
wasn't as
deal.
sexual as I needed her to be, Terry.
Really?
At the time, yes.
I thought
Because
she
you know
would
I need him
be.
to be so drastically sexual.
Yeah, how many girls are? I was wondering.
How many girls are as sexual as you need them to be?
You need them to be.
As I need them to be? I don't need
higher
them to be
expectations.
overwhelmingly sexual. I need them to be sexual, I guess. You know, it depends on the week.
How many clips you've watched? What?
There are some weeks that, like, I'm in a week right now where I'm just
Mad crazy?
mad crazy, man.
Really?
Mhm.
Lay down, honey. Let's go.
It's like
Is it
I'm
like
16
that?
again.
Wow. Is your wife
Yeah.
loving it?
Huh?
Okay.
Who's this now?
Yeah, that one.
What did?
Yeah, I don't know
do
if
with
she's
his wife?
noticed.
What are you talking about?
No, it's. I'm sure it's like a cycle, like anything sexually. It waxes and wanes. Some weeks, you know.
Oh, yeah, wean.
Some weeks, you know, you realize you almost went through a whole week and you barely did anything.
Sure.
And there are some weeks where you're like, man,
Going like crazy.
6 times in one day. You know?
Wow.
Well, I mean, not with her, you
Times.
know.
Not with her?
Yeah, like so. Anyway.
Well, I don't consider that sex, though.
Okay. Well, you don't consider that sex. Well,
The solo thing.
okay. Well, I consider it a situation that needed to be tended to. How about that? All right?
All right.
And when the days come that I need to be taken care of like at least 6 times,
Wow.
it kind of stands out as something, you know.
Sure. Gotcha.
All right. I don't consider that sex. So prissy.
Why? But
So uppity.
why is
I
that
don't consider
uppity?
that sex.
That's just. Why is it?
It
why
just
would
is.
You?
I don't know why. I don't know how to explain
uppity?
it. Just take my word for it.
I mean, that's just.
Terry's just too cool.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not in the
I
back.
don't consider that sex.
You're not in the back seat of a Honda Accord. Terry doesn't consider it sex.
Well, then don't consider this sex right in your freaking eye, all right?
What do you consider this?
Yeah.
What is the big deal with that?
Where's Hammy's open?
They've all disappeared.
Where are they all? Gosh.
I'm checking in.
Poor bastard's waiting on the line. I'm ready to get to him. I don't even have his open. Let me go to Robert. Robert relates to what I just told him. His girlfriend always encourages the masturbation thing. Yes, Robert.
Good or bad?
Yes, just total opposite of that last caller.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like, she's emotionally attached to the sex, too, so if I don't want sex or I'm not turned on or whatever, she gets mildly offended by it, but has no problem with the masturbation at all.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we'll even do it together. Like,
wow, just staring into each other's eyes.
Have you ever done that before?
Are you there? I'm almost there. Are you there?
Really?
Let's do it at the same time.
Is that kind of like a turn on? Really?
I don't know. You have to ask
Have you?
Bobby.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Is it?
Wow.
I'm going to
It actually.
I told you one of the most erotic times in my life, Terry, was when two girls were lying on both sides of me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
and,
right. That's
you know,
right.
doing what I would ordinarily do laying down by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Oh, tooting? No?
And yet that, you don't consider sex. Oh, I don't consider that sex.
I said when you go into a little bathroom by yourself and...
Well, if she's doing the same thing physically that I would have done to myself, then why is that considered sex any more than me doing it to myself? Huh?
Get back to the story with
Answer
the two.
me!
Back to the story with the two girls.
I'm pretty much still on it.
All right.
If they're taking turns or at the same time, you know...
Yeah, I got
twisted up my shaft, Terry, then why is that any different than me doing it to myself? Huh? What's your answer to that?
Because you're involving other people.
The spitting on a thing wasn't really in vogue back then, so no, I wish they would have.
That would have really been cool,
yeah.
huh? For you?
Oh, I'm ready to get back at it with that.
Okay.
So what's your...
But
you
I-
have an answer? No?
for-
Yes?
I did give you an
I
answer,
forgot. I
but
don't
you
care.
ignored
Okay.
it
yeah.
already.
How could you forget?
I don't know.
He was born in the bayou. Eating a ham sandwich. With a golden spoon. With golden teeth. I think romantic is just sitting down and what a like this. He's a guy looking for Miss Do-Right. And in the meantime, f***ing everybody inside. Yeah. He's high on life. And probably something else, too. And now, the most romantic man in the land. Just chilling. He's the ham sandwich guy.
First time for 09. Hammy!
Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, damn.
How was the New Year's celebration for the ham sandwich man? How have the first days of a brand new year been for the ham sandwich man? How is the ham sandwich a man?
Well, T-Man, by the way, I kicked 2008 in his ass when it left out January the 1st. But as far as January the 8th, everything is copacetic because I did drug in the new year on E. By the way, I did not celebrate. I stayed in the house and I woke up at 12 o'clock, said my prayers, passed back out and went to sleep. January 6th was my birthday, so I'm going to rep for all the Capricorns that started the new year in.
Wow.
As far as sex, I'm going to keep beating off. As far as the women that have girlfriends that look like men, they need to drop them because my girl got a girlfriend that looked like a man. By the way, last year I did
That's a lot of information.
Yeah.
Last year I did get involved with a girlfriend that I do still have, but I don't want her.
But she doesn't look like a man. She looks like a man or no? I'm kind of lost now.
My girlfriend have a girlfriend that looks like a man.
That part I got. All right. So you didn't celebrate New Year's. Why?
Well, I'm
you a Jehovah's Witness? You don't celebrate holidays? What's the story?
I just don't celebrate because I feel like people should act that way anyway. New Year's is over. My birthday is over with.
I see. Every night is New Year's Eve to him, so it doesn't really make an impact. And your birthday was 2 days ago, and you were how old?
I actually turned 34, but I feel like I'm, 21?
You feel like 21, but in reality are 34 years old.
And I look like I'm 27.
I bet he does, yeah.
Look like you're 27. All right. And as far as the progress with your first known offspring being in the cooking mode right now, where are we at?
I didn't quite understand what you were saying.
When we last left you in 2008, you were expecting a child.
Yeah.
What is the status of that, if you don't mind filling us in?
Well, the status on the kid scenario, T-Man, I still have not contacted my baby mama. She still have not contacted me after the threats and the bust down that she delivered. I just been, just going with the flow until things get better in my life. But then I will try to make attempts as far as seeing my
Is there a
daughter.
possibility where she just couldn't resist the ham sandwich seed, and now that she's received it, Terry, she no longer has any interest in having anything to do with him because she got what she wanted, which was those top-of-the-line ham sandwich reproductive juices, and now that she's taken what she wants from him, she is no longer in any need to contact the man. Is there that scenario? Is that scenario possibly in play here?
Could be.
Has there been a long line of women that now are in envy of this particular woman that wanted, similarly, the ham sandwich reproductive juices for themselves to be having little hammies running around the world? Or is she just, for whatever reason, a kind of...
Yeah, I think she's
enigma.
kind of, yeah.
Well, I'm in the inside looking out, and also I'm on the outside looking in. I really think that she's just acting like a typical woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Based on being having a wonderful friendship, laughing, seeing this person off and on throughout years, to now it's like zero, nothing. She never cussed me out. Never cussed her out. She never did me nothing. I never did her nothing, but just a baby popped
Have you
out.
heard from anybody that you know as to how far along she is and what date the child should be expected to arrive?
T-Man already had the baby.
Yeah.
Oh, he had the baby?
Yeah. Like back in October, right? But you just found out, right? Or something?
I thought she was pregnant.
I went and took the fraternity test.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
And it was 99.999 I am the father.
Oh, it's a chance you're not then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The baby been popped out. The baby popped out in August, and the baby is an almighty Leo, runs the jungle.
And it's a boy.
A girl.
It's a girl.
Could I for some reason, T-Man, I don't know if I didn't wiggle to the right too much or I didn't wiggle to the left, but I much rather stuck it dead in the middle to get a boy, but for some reason there's no boy.
Did she?
I once read that in a Hallmark card.
Did the girl have any of the, or many of the ham sandwich kind of characteristics? Did she have a striking resemblance? Does she have a ham sandwich look to her?
Oh, yeah, I had a little...
Did she come out saying, whoa now,
Yeah,
caw?
She came out
saying, wow. A red bone, a cutie pie, you know what I'm saying? I ain't had an ugly duckling, I had a little pretty little red bone cutie pie.
And has the baby's mom made any gestures as to trying to see if you are capable or interested in giving her any of the monetary support that sometimes women will look for from a biological father?
Well, and when it comes down to that matter, she made it very clear whenever she gets a chance to bust my balls, she's going to bust my balls.
There you go.
So her asking for money is the definition of busting your balls, or does it go further than that?
Correct.
Well, so you don't think she has any remote right to be seeking any kind of cash that you may have on your person for the baby's needs? Do you think that's her busting your balls?
Well, off top, man, she's supposed to ask me for some money, and I'm supposed to deliver the job. But when it comes down to you go AWOL and you want to go to the child support and this and that, and you want to take me to war and all of this, and you want to crimp, just make my mind go AWOL. Well, it's just hard times when it comes down to those situations, Not saying that the man is in the right or the man is in the wrong, but who wants to be on child support when they know off top?
Probably the kid.
when they know off top the money that they will receive, and this is true, and I don't care what woman comes on air or try to defend
So
me.
you're resentful that she's looking for money from you, and isn't it her responsibility as a mom to be looking for money from the biological father? If you were in her position, you wouldn't be doing the same thing, and you're yet so filled with anger about her doing this?
Right, no anger. I'm not taking nothing from nothing.
I could just hear the anger when you were just saying the things you said a couple of seconds ago. You could sense the anger.
You talked about going to war and stuff. I mean, you're the one who wanted...
Point, though.
Get to the point.
My point is to the matter, if a woman has a baby for a man, yeah, she should be going for child support. I don't have a problem with that, but I feel like that you don't have to come at me for some child support. You know what I'm saying? I can give you that cash, but as far as giving you that cash, you're not even going to use that money for the baby. You're going to use that cash for your personal needs.
Man, too bad you didn't stick it in the middle, man. Then you'd feel all better about everything. What, you're now getting very upset. Terry's getting upset here. I could see her blood pressure starting to simmer.
So you think that your baby's mama is just going to lay the kid out there, take the money, and run and have a good time and not even ignore it?
Buy herself furs.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of money are you going to put up? $25? Ooh, we can get a lot out of that.
Based on the facts and based on...
I mean, and really think about it. You're unemployed and, I mean...
Let him answer,
You really can't even provide.
Oh, jeez. Well, Terry, that's you assuming.
We all know.
But see, the difference is, and all I'm trying to make quote is the truth, the difference is when people are asking for child support, you can trust the plus that they are not about to use that money.
That's a bunch of crap. That is a bunch of crap. Diapers cost money, milk costs money, baby food.
I need to roll that.
You have to be able to provide for the child. And you know what? Even gas for the car to get the child to daycare. All that money goes towards that kid. You're an idiot. You really shouldn't have had a child. And that's the thing that kills me. You really should be one person and should not have a kid. Oh my God! She needs to run and realize that you ain't gonna provide jack crap, and know that you're a waste of God-blessed time, sperm, and energy. So that's probably why she doesn't want to have anything to do with you, because you're a waste. You ain't gonna do jack. What do you think she's gonna do with the money? What do you really think she's going to do with the money? I mean, figure it out. Oh, she's going to let the baby starve? Really? Really? I'm a mother of five. Come on, stop. You're an idiot.
Oh, what a beautiful boy.
Have you ever been on child support?
I have. Yes, and I used it for my children. How do you know? Do you know me?
So did
I not provide for my kid?
You're a typical woman, and I've been around thousands of typical women.
I didn't feed or clothe my child with that money. Really? And they're, boy, I bet you if you asked my children if they got what they needed, they'd say, oh yeah, I did. I provided health, everything like that. You ain't going to provide dick. Oh, wait, you did provide a dick, and that's it.
Yes, Hammy. Yes, Hammy.
You know what?
Carefree may be one of those women that did not use the money on
I
herself,
used it all, and I always have.
But 8 out of 10 women are not, and I repeat, they are not using that money on their
Oh, my gosh,
Hammy ain't going to get sucked into that kind of racket, Terry.
Yeah, so why should he provide for a kid that he didn't even know he had? And
Did you call the ham sandwich man an idiot, Terry?
Yes.
I mean, you are entitled to say what you feel, but when you start...
Stupid.
Oh, jeez. When you start calling the ham sandwich man an idiot, that's where I have to draw the line, Terry Free. You're in timeout.
Well, she ain't got to be on no...
Oh, he got disconnected.
Seriously.
He got disconnected. I wanted to hear what he had to say there.
Gosh.
Darn.
Yeah,
I guess we can continue this tomorrow. I guess we can continue this tomorrow. It seems like you two have a differing of opinion here.
No.
Nah. Are you sure?
TheTmanShow.com